Here's my thing. When you told me that you were smoking marijuana out of a fucking cigarette holder, I literally was like, that's a cursed item. Like so many gangsters that murdered people with that on there had it. They pawned it. You bought it. Now you have it.
Oh well, yeah. With each hit of marijuana, you sure do get the tobacco of an old Asian woman who owned it before me.
He found his in the eye socket of a doll he didn't remember buying.
Can we just talk about how the fact that like,
ooh, this is perfect.
The doll walked in for help because it had been stabbed in the eye.
do you know how long it would take for like a ghost to get noticed in a stoner's
Why
house?
is the door open?
I don't know. Yeah, close the door. We're bad at this.
See, actual better
So how we
sound
start?
quality, I think.
Now, because we're talking about marijuana a little bit more. So yeah.
Yeah, because Kellen smokes marijuana. That's why we would start now.
Kellen, you smoke
Occasionally.
jazz cabbage?
I never heard that one before.
That's my favorite one. It's my favorite one. I don't like the devil's lettuce because the devil's lettuce is coleslaw.
The devil's lettuce makes me think of pubes for some reason.
the devil's make.
I don't know
That
why.
sounds like something a priest told you that you just reemerged with that and you didn't know why it was there. Like, that's the
How do they
devil's
call
lettuce.
this part the devil's lettuce? And you'll be shaving that from now on.
Because it's a sin for me to touch my own wing wag.
Yes,
I'm
we call it
in my
wing wings in hell. You don't
sorry.
get to
I
swear.
just
I
want to
thought
be
an
clear
Irish
about this.
accent
I
saying
want to be
wing
clear
wag.
about this. In my fantasy, the priest was telling me I had to shave my devil's lettuce because he likes his boys clean.
I can see
And
where that would
then
be the
you got
yes.
molested. I get it.
By
now.
my scoutmaster, and the priest didn't do anything, even though he was right there.
He can only come if there's a communion cracker in his mouth.
The problem is that there
Or
weren't
something
enough
else
nearby.
tasteless.
The Ritz would be too sweet.
Saltines if it got that salty flavor. There's problems here.
Like, jeez.
God, you ever just buy a Ritz
Which
cracker?
I'm told is
Hold on.
salty.
God, you ever just buy a Ritz cracker trying to chase that communion cracker high?
What,
Are
Connor,
you
you're
addicted
told
to
it's salty? What,
crackers?
you've never had an accidental snowball before? Everyone makes mistakes.
An accidental snowball. No, I've never. I'm trying to think of a delicate way to put it. I've never tasted the batter, as it were.
How do you know if it's good? You're having other people taste it.
You're living half your
I've
life
been
right
told
now.
It's great. As all good chefs, I do not eat my own food.
Is that something
Sure, that is a rule. Anthony Bourdain ate his own food. That's why he killed himself.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
that's what did it.
I'm sorry. The highest class chef ever in the world's motto about never eating his own food surely should be applicable to you tasting your own semen. Perfect metaphor. Seamless. Cut, prick, kill the
You're
pig.
goddamn right it is.
Anthony Bourdain died of too much cum.
They changed it
You
in the
made a
headlines
noose
because
out
it's
of it.
more bearable to think he killed himself than the
Oh,
fact that he
wait,
drowned in cum.
He Robin Williams sunned himself instead of Robin Williams' son in that one movie. Where
drowned in cum?
Yeah, okay, but first of all, no one knows that movie.
Let me break it down. So here's the bit.
Unless I mean,
Here
everybody
I-
should have listened to every episode of this podcast, so then they would know.
I jumped 4 scenes ahead real quick.
Is this what it's like to talk to me?
So, in a movie, Robin Williams' son kills himself through autoerotic asphyxiation and dies masturbating.
What movie?
I don't remember.
World's Greatest Dad.
How do you fucking
It's called
not
World's
remember?
Greatest Dad, and it was on Netflix when I was young.
The movie's called World's Greatest Dad.
It's actually
yeah,
really
and Robin
good.
Williams' son kills himself through
Autoerotic
autoerotic
asphyxiation.
Not
Was it intentional
commit- by the way,
suicide or accidental?
No, not commit suicide.
Oh, he
Yeah,
accidentally
accident-
kills himself.
No, he
But-
kills
He
himself.
David Carradines.
Yes, however,
Robin Williams hangs him and to make it look like he hung himself, and then writes a suicide note. And
Because of the unbearable truth that his
because
son
of
died
the
a
unbearable
deviant?
truth.
Okay.
Yeah, and
but
then,
also,
but
also because-
There's an also to this already fucked up
we are
situation.
not out of the first act.
Wait, well, I don't remember the other also.
And he doesn't just write a suicide note; he fakes journals written by his son that are his own writing.
to further the lie
And
that he was not doing
everybody-
No,
loved
so he
it.
could get his writing out there with the story of this was written
So-
by a
Was this
teenager.
like an Amazon original no one remembers?
This
No,
was
it was a
before
really-
Amazon
It
original.
was a great movie.
It is
So-
good. You
it
see
was really
Robin
good.
Williams' dick
Guys,
for the
this is only
slightest
2%
second.
of its plot, if we're being real.
So the bit I was pitching is Anthony Bourdain drowns in cum,
And then Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
God, no one can know the truth.
hangs Anthony Bourdain posthumously because Robin Williams is already dead when Anthony.
Hold on,
Bourdain
time out.
died.
Can we just appreciate
Right.
that the detective would show up and go like, wow, this guy killed himself. But
Why
let's talk
is
about
he-
the elephant in the room. Why is there 4 feet of
What,
cum?
what the fuck is up with that vat?
What is that, mayonnaise? It smells terrible in here.
No matter what this guy died of, we can all know that he comes buckets.
Man, this guy's ropes were just like the rope from gym you had to climb.
What's the suicide note written like, by the way, that fat is of my cum. I left it so you would be impressed. That was only 2 jerks. I killed myself in a normal way. Good night.
Meanwhile, Robin Williams is part of the police and investigating really nervous, sweaty Martin.
Dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire.
He's like,
He died from the spew.
currently, Robin Williams is wondering why did the wet vac had to stop working. He made such progress.
Why does the wetback not work?
Oh man, this seems pretty
Robert
crazy.
Williams-
Don't want many people in here.
Robert
Come one,
Williams-
come all. Actually, just come him.
We shouldn't do this. I feel like if he was watching this, he would be laughing, and that is why we're all
what's
right.
what's that guy's jumping off point? His chair? Oh.
Robin
These
Williams,
are real jokes that Robin Williams would make about himself.
Here's my thing though, like the reason
That's what he goes. Oh, what's my jumping off point? This chair.
like from my understanding, from all I can tell about that man,
Jim Carrey will never be as good.
is
Unless Jim Carrey, you know what to do.
Kill your wife.
Stop listening to this podcast, Jim Carrey. You have things to do.
Can we just talk about the fact that like Jim Carrey's Biden is like the least received aspect of the Biden election? He's literally like every single person has looked at him playing Biden and just went, no. Jim Carrey coming in to play
He
a
actually
character.
does a decent Biden impression. Like he doesn't.
Like
it's
The
not
problem
great.
is that he believes all the opposite.
yeah, no,
That's
but no.
what
My
gets
thing
me.
is this: like, you know, how every single like famous person playing a character on SNL has always had that thing that the real person doesn't do, but the impression's so good you go with it.
Yeah.
The gun thing he does every time he does that, where he does like the Western, like blah 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 blah. Biden has never done that. Biden probably would pop a socket attempting to do
Yeah.
it.
It
as
does
a fan.
evoke him though.
Yeah, like you have to understand, Biden
That's
is a
Jim
skeleton
Carrey
held
doing
together
that.
by jewel bags. Like he's not doing great, and
Hey, he shops at Kroger's. God damn it.
that's
He's
fine
the
and
man.
irrelevant. But like it's
I don't
like-
care where he shops. I hope he's dead soon.
And Jim
Wait,
Carrey.
no, then Kamala's get.
That would be worse.
Yeah, so say it's
Because
a tense Trump
a
situation.
woman can't be president.
Yes, the problem I have with Kamala is that she is a woman, and I'd like that on
I
record.
like that she puts a lot of poor black people in prison.
But I don't like that she has a vagina.
Can we just talk about the fact that if she did, if, like Biden kicks the bucket and she
I'm
becomes
gay
the president?
because of how much I hate women. That's why I'm gay.
Like, here's the thing though. Can we just also talk about how like if she,
There's guys
when
like that.
what, I'm sorry, not if when Biden just like gets surprised by a pigeon and just all of a sudden Kamala's president
And his
like,
heart turns
He's
into pigeon
not
feathers.
that much older than Trump. He's like 2 years
That
older than
age
Trump,
is
man.
not what makes people
No,
think
but
he's about
Trump
to
is
die.
preternaturally alive like he shouldn't be.
Yeah, like
he
taking
has
drugs.
He has only like Big Macs and Diet Coke, which is a good way to live. I stand by it.
I'm pretty sure Trump
Yeah,
did
he
an
lives
experimental
like you.
cocaine that gives
Right,
him
and he's
semi-immortality from the 80s, and that's how he's alive. Like
He ate-
biologically, he's not.
He ate the old styrofoam packaging that McDonald's used to came in, and he woke up because he just exited the Matrix, and they're like, "You found the way out."
He spent the
And he's like,
90s
"Send me
eating-
back in. I've got
I've-
things to do."
He
more
spent
I
the 90s
want.
eating the silica packet like a madman, and because of that, he has gained
Because it told
immortality.
him not to eat the silica packet, and he's like, "This is terrible. The silica packet knows nothing." You know what? I'm not doing a Trump impression. He's
just
dead.
did.
He's over. I'm done.
He's over. He's
done
got
with it.
like
He's
4
over.
more
Sorry.
months.
Bye bye, sweetie.
Biden was the worst meme. I have
Biden. No, it was
seen.
Biden. It was Biden.
No. It was Biden saying bye, whatever.
You're right, guys, but I don't want to admit it.
No. That meme was also there. I'm saying the worst one I saw was one where it was Biden, wink, that kind of shit.
Did
Okay.
you when I voted, I took the sticker and I was like, "What dumb, ironic bullshit?"
I
thing
tore
did
it
I-"
up.
Of course you fucking did. You do realize you are the human manifestation of a torn up "I voted" sticker. Like,
Tell him where your $21 went right after you voted.
Oh, well, I was feeling bad about voting because I voted for bad people this election.
to be fair, saying I voted for bad people this election, saying I got wet
That's
in the
an
fucking
act-
pool and I'm bummed about it.
Yeah, it's a bad people effort.
No, because
It's a bad
no,
people
no,
contest.
No, because if I don't go to the pool, people are gonna be like, "You didn't go to the pool."
That's very-
But if I don't vote for the right bad people, people, then people be like, I can't believe
Hey,
you
Kelly,
like kids in cages.
You'll appreciate this thing I do that really makes people mad. You know what I love doing to people that say you can't complain if you don't vote? Because I did vote, but for people, when people think I don't vote, and they say like, well, if you don't vote, you can't be mad. You know what I love doing? Looking them in the face and go like, oh, I'm still gonna be mad. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it doesn't make me like. Trust me, I would love it if not voting gave me the weird Blade Runner like pass of not feeling angry about it. But trust me, fucker, I'm gonna feel it.
It doesn't.
But I did
That's
vote.
just a way for them to tell you to shut up, and I don't have to examine the political system at all.
Listen, dude, did you see
fine.
those lines?
It's fine. It's the best system we've got. No,
If
it's
you
not.
if you get to make
No, it's not.
Anywhere else in the country or anywhere else in the world, there are better systems.
if you get to
and
make
they
any
exist.
choice at all, that means it's democracy, and they're allowed to do whatever they want, and it doesn't matter what the choice was between.
Listen, guys, we all should have voted fourth party, which is Cthulhu, and I just like to take
I
a
would
moment.
Yes!
actually. I think one of the write-ins that got like 9% in Philadelphia, besides Kanye, was like
Gritty?
D's nuts.
Oh.
And
I
I'm
mean,
like, democracy. It
That's
works.
that's a guy, right?
Yeah, D's nuts. He was the political incumbent against.
Wouldn't it be really funny if like we Googled it and he was like, he's actually he's weirdly the senator for Delaware. Like,
Isn't the guy that says D's nuts named D's nuts?
I hope so.
I hope so.
Anyway,
Anyway, so
we really
segue.
want to talk about politics.
No, we don't. I'm
No.
trying to find a funny segue, like ladybugs. What's up with those? Like,
Some of them aren't ladies.
you know, some of them don't identify as that, and they should just be called what they should be: they bugs.
Them bugs.
Them bugs.
I mean, zadybugs.
Bringing
right
up
there.
a big old pile of them bugs.
No, thadies and gentle them is the
Dude,
gender neutral
hold
ladies and
on,
gentlemen.
You might have
I
just
mean-
done something.
No. I think that.
Oh, I'm sure some other
After
queers
he
come
has
up with
said
that.
that, I am sure now that gendering people is a plot for people with lisps to feel normal, and I don't think they should. They'll never know that I have a lisp. But damn it.
I see your point.
Who named that?
Dude, can we just
I'm
talk?
sick of calling people "thee." I'd like to call them "they."
Can you imagine having a lisp and wanting to use voice command, but just knowing it's a futile gesture?
a stupid?
Yeah,
futile
can you
gesture.
imagine being
A
everyone in
stupid.
Scotland?
Stupid.
A stupid and futile gesture.
I mean,
Gesture.
like I know people with it,
can
and it's like one of
still
those
make
things
fun
where,
of
like, dude,
people.
one of my best friends who will remain nameless has one, and I totally didn't know until he told me when we were in our 20s. That's how
How do
you.
you, then he doesn't have one.
No, he does, and that's what I think is really crazy about it. He told me, he's like, you know about this, right? And I was like, actually, I've known
Well,
you
he
for
said
so-"
you know about this.
It's not that kind of. It's like it's a speech impediment, I think. I guess.
Oh, not a lisp.
It's like, it's like the
Yeah.
umbrella term for it.
I had a friend who had Tourette's, and we never noticed because his
Because all of your friends are obnoxious.
What a perfect camouflage hanging out with a bunch of shitty teenage boys for Tourette's. Johnny's fucking hilarious. He'll just yell cunt at any fucking time like a fucking madman.
His Tourette's is the best because he just repeats jokes that he thinks are funny under his breath. But everybody does that. But he's like, yeah, but I don't have a choice.
Hold on. Do I have fucking Tourette's? I'm starting to fucking be like, wait.
If you don't, no, he was like, if he says something he thinks is funny, he'll repeat it, and depending on how funny it is, that's how many times he'll repeat it. So it's like, usually it's like once, and it's like low, and nobody ever fucking notices.
Wait,
But
does
if
it
he says
get
something-
louder?
No. If he says something really funny, he'll repeat it at full volume, and then he'll repeat it at 70% volume. And
Connor,
so
are
on
you
and
just
so
talking
forth.
about me in front of other people? Because I'm
No,
starting.
I'm just saying he won Tourette's. That's the best Tourette's to have.
No, I mean,
Why don't
here's my
cannibals
thing.
eat clowns?
Like,
Why
I-
don't cannibals eat clowns? Why don't cannibals eat clowns?
Because it tastes funny, guys. It tastes funny. God, it tastes so funny.
It would be noticeable if you only repeated the the setups and not
I guess
the
no
punchline. Why don't cannibals eat clowns? Because they taste funny. Why don't cannibals
Cannibals eat clowns. Why don't cannibals eat clowns? Why don't cannibals
Well,
eat
dude,
clowns?
think about it like this.
No,
Like,
it's like super unnoticeable. It's wild.
it's the perfect camouflage to be
It
like,
is.
and, like, it's just one of those things. This guy just really fucking loves humor. He's just a comedy. He's a
no,
comedy
he just
scholar.
thought that joke was funny, and everybody who thinks a joke is funny enough, they fucking
They
repeat
will say it again. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
I'm getting
to tell,
insecure because you're like
I am
sincerely
looking
like
only at you.
you're literally
Cal never
describing
had
my
me.
Tinder bio. With
I
these
don't. I
simple-
might have it. I don't know. I do think I have every disease.
I
Like I will be like, Maybe I do have. Like,
I think you
Tourette's.
said like you
Maybe
had
I have
Tourette's
low-
the way you like. Do you have Tourette's? You're like, I don't know. It's,
And maybe I don't.
maybe ask me
Maybe
later.
fuck. Yeah, I do.
Maybe maybe.
me, cunt.
That, but cunt is like, you know, with like the word, the space in between. It's like fancy lettering. Why don't you tell me, cunt?
Just found a very good way of hiding it, you fucking faggot.
I've just said. I
Here's
just
my
always
thing.
talk in this voice.
I'm just telling you right now, in
Oh, you
England,
like
with a
that,
British
you
accent,
gaping
Tourette's is
asshole bitch.
indistinguishable.
What?
Could you imagine? You must
Australian, too.
Dude, in Australia, I think
Every other
I think
word is
Australia is just an accumulation
bunch
of
of
people.
I mean,
that
they
have
don't
Tourette's.
just swear.
No. I follow a meme. Okay, this is N level deep again. I follow a Simpsons meme page that only posts Australian memes.
That's too bad.
Simpsons went to Australia for like a fucking episode, and that's all the meme page.
But yet, that
posts
was the seed that grew.
constantly. Is an entire meme.
You are
page
saying, by
right
the way,
now.
that The Simpsons only aired for one episode in Australia, correct?
Yeah.
They still don't have cable down there.
Could you imagine like how fucking
Down under. It's
how
not
big
down
is
there.
America's dick?
Oh,
We're like
forgive
Australia,
me.
we're giving you one day of Simpsons.
No, but
You better
the
fucking
Simpsons did
appreciate
one
it.
episode where they went to Australia, and I have learned so much about Australia because of that. Because they're like, there's two different types of cunt. There's a shit cunt and there's a sick cunt. Shit cunts are bad cunts. Sick cunts are awesome people.
That reads. That tracks, yeah.
I know, but I was like, I read it and I'm like, God,
Do
Australia's
you
cool.
remember where you were when you found out like about the whole like so Australia's descendants primarily
from criminals?
from a penal colony that England just went.
they're
we
all
forgot about that
politicians.
place.
So
Holy
they're all
shit.
politicians.
Yeah, what's the opposite of Congress? Progress. Anyway,
No, they're people that the British Empire thought were criminals, so that means mostly good and also some rapists.
And also the Irish.
So we'll tell you which ones were the capos
So
in that
again,
first
mostly
generation.
good and a few rapists.
My
That's
thi-
just
Not
the
many of
Irish
them, but I'm sure there's
population.
a few.
But like,
Yeah, there aren't
but
that
like
many good
Australia
people,
is
mostly
also
rapists
like,
from the Iron.
That's not. I was saying the other thing.
but like Australia's that
Connor.
place where like it's so tiny, it's so tiny and far away that you have to like no one.
Australia's gigantic.
No, but like compared to everything else and how remote it is, at the end of the day,
It's got like 4 million people in Australia.
But it's the
And
size
it's
of
the
America.
size of the United
Chicago
States.
has more people in its borders than.
Fucking wild.
That's because most of Australia is the Shire, so
It's just hobbit holes, wall to wall.
they're
I
still
don't know
fucking there.
There's a population of 4 million people and 82 million hobbits.
Have I told you about my thoughts
Which
about Australia?
count as 1/5 of a person because they're a different race and they're short.
Well, you guys know why I'm never going to go to Australia. The
They would have
number one
gotten
reason why?
3/5, but they got greedy, those
There's
greedy hobbits.
No. If any Tolkien race is the Jews, it's the dwarves.
Thank you.
No, I thought it'd be the elves.
What?
They control everything.
That's not what everybody says.
That's not everyone's take. On
Also,
the
no,
Jewish
they
people.
don't.
The elves? I thought they did.
They
No, they
control
do.
the
They
forest.
think they fucking do, but they don't.
Oh.
Sorry, I get really.
Well, the elves are white people then, right?
Uh,
Shitty, like the forest, a lot of
I
camping.
think Connor. Call me fucking crazy. I think the people that Tolkien based on England are probably the white people.
I don't know.
And
who
I
those
think
people
elves are
though.
based on elves.
Well, I mean, well,
Not
here's my
real
thing.
elves, but like
I think
fantasy
what he's more talking about because I think because Tolkien like
would be the spiders.
hold on, kind of I'm gonna tell you something.
Turkmenistan.
I'm gonna tell you something really important. The question you're asking is not so much like it's the movies that you're referring to because the movies like they kind of give them a certain kind of culture. Because Tolkien,
book, dude?
because no, yeah, because exactly, and you probably shouldn't because here's the thing: Tolkien is one of the greatest storytellers to have ever lived. As a writer, absolute shit. And this is a fucking hill I'll
That's
die
Stephen
on.
King.
It's
yeah,
not
no,
even-
it's Peter Jackson. Like Peter Jackson is the definitive Lord of the Rings.
Well, no.
Fuck them books.
Because the books are so terrible. You want to know why? Because he wrote great stories, man. But you want to know how he got to start? Before he was writing shit down, he just told stories at bars that got people to tune in. That's really all he did. And people wrote it down. In The Hobbit, there is 2 sentences that describe mountains fighting. 2 sentences.
Yes,
You
that's
should
true.
not be able to make 2 mountains fighting a 2-sentence description.
You mean pages, chapters,
No!
sentence?
Literally,
Sentences.
it's like the rock giants were out. Period. They were throwing boulders at each other. Period. Back to
Moving
my
forward.
story about a timid British man.
Great storyteller. It's one of those things where you ever read like, okay, imagine your friend who's great at telling
Hobbits
bar
are
stories,
Italian.
trying to
Moving on.
write it down.
If
They're
any-
short and hairy. Hobbits are Italian.
Okay, that's Armenians.
And also they eat a bunch.
Okay. Listen.
Italians are short. Come on, they want you to think they're tall because they also want you to think they're white. They're not.
Jesus.
If black people aren't white,
No, so then
whatever,
Italians would
then
clearly be the
Italians
Haradrim.
aren't
You're
either.
telling me it seemed like
Italians
you're
would
gonna
be
be
the
like,
Haradrim.
You
idiot.
giddy motherfucker. You're a white person.
No, if Italian
Or were the
people
elves
are
just
white
gay?
and black people are white too, and everybody's white.
No,
who
here's
fucking
my thing.
wants
The
to. They don't
elves
give a
think they're
shit.
better than everyone else, and they also wear flowy shit. I think that at least the Peter Jackson adaptation picks a little bit from Japanese culture because of the prideful race of people.
Well, in Elder Scrolls rules, elves are definitely Asian.
Yes.
Well,
which
they're-
is a huge thing.
In Elder Scrolls, they're racistly Asian. It's just so.
I mean, they're,
weird.
no,
Their
Elder
eyes,
Scrolls. Here's the thing.
default eyes. are
Elder
like,
Scrolls,
Whoa, buddy.
no. Elder Scrolls gets
Bethesda.
away with it by being racist to every race.
They are
So
racist
it's like it's kind of like in Full Metal Jacket when he
Nordic
says there is no
people.
racism here. We're equally racist. To me, you're all equally
Nordic
useless.
people, they're borderline retarded.
They're idiot hicks who fuck their sisters. Oh, like white people.
Well, like, dude, in Skyrim, they were literally like, okay, Nords, we making them white, chiseled blondes. Okay, what are we gonna make black people? Separate race, them called the Red Guards. And it's like, oh, okay, what about the orcs? We kind of blew it on Red Guards. Let's make them mostly Red Guardian, but with teeth that come out like this.
Orc is a great race to play.
Orc is great if you just want to beat the shit out of anybody.
No, but
that
not
comes
if you
your
want to
way.
be a sneaky boy.
You want to be a sneaky boy, wood elf.
Sneaky boy, your sneak gets up to 100 immediately.
Yeah,
We've had
you
this
play. No,
conversation
you're
too
talking
many
about
times.
Skyrim. I'm talking about Oblivion.
Dude, Oblivion is okay.
It's
here's-
harder to be sneaky.
Do you want to hear my take on Oblivion is? It's one of the few
I don't
times
wanna
where
go
the
there.
story is absolutely great and everything else is very hit or miss.
I think
As in every Elder Scrolls game, the main quest is the least important part.
But I think in Oblivion, it's one of the few times where the main quest
It's
is
really
like
good.
I think
you could
you-
skip it, but it's pretty damn good. In Skyrim, you're like you gotta kill some dragons. You could do it in like an hour and a half and then do whatever the fuck you want. After that.
Yeah, you know
I
how
think
everybody in
you're thinking
Skyrim
of
is voiced
Fallout
by the
3.
Californian sketch.
Dude, if you're Jarl, hey, what's name? My name is Jarl Ulgard. What do you want to tell me? Tell me that isn't a perfect fucking
What you
impression.
do is you hop on the Gold Road and then you get off onto the Imperial Road.
and then
every
you get
single
on
Jarl-
PCH. Oh, I was.
I
not
mean,
Every
able to
single
say.
Jarl sounds like those guys from Family Guy where like they're vaguely European and they're not here long enough to know. We are two wild, crazy guys trying to do the things last night. Like it's all
Oh,
that.
hell, hit me on my cellular phone. There is a dragon.
It's like they said, like let's not go full Nordic. Let's go
you heard of
so
Drake?
European vague. They don't know what's going on.
Well, the Nords are a lot of different. Like Irish people are still Nords because a lot of the Nords are like.
God,
Well,
Irish
yeah, they
guys.
picked the best. They picked the toughest white shit, like Vikings and drunk Irish people. Let's just mush them
Like, that's
together
what
to make the
Nords are.
Skyrim people.
Irish people are not the same as Vikings. Just so
By the
No,
way,
no, but a
the
drunk Irish
Imperials
person-
are Italians.
That is 100%. They even make them olive skin to be like, yeah, who knows?
And they were Roman in
Hey.
Oblivion, but then their names are a little more Italian-y in Skyrim. It's cool.
Isn't it also funny that the people that happen to be under the empire that is literally by definition supposed to be multiple different races? No, the entire empire, Italians. That's what they did. And it was like, all right.
But guys, that's what the world was like in the times of Christ. The world was run by Italians who thought they were the best people.
And honestly, it hasn't changed much,
And then
except
they
there's more
killed
evidence
the
that
dude.
they're not right.
Jesus came back not to. Jesus got resurrected not to do anything with it, but just to prove to Italians that they can't even get killing the Savior right. You fucked that up too.
Well,
I'm
you
out.
remember Pontius Pilate's favorite line or famous line, right?
Take that.
No, I'll wash my hands of this. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. You know what I mean?
We got away.
I do not permit a woman to teach. She must be silent. That's just a modern Italian.
What do you mean?
Pontius Big Tony Pilate.
What do you mean you're gonna stand up against the entire Persian army with just 300 people? You haven't met Vinny and the boys.
Hey, my
You get Vinny 4 shots of Jaeger, nothing taking him down.
I saw him stab a goat in the eye just for looking at him funny.
He wants to spit a
was
cop
his
in that
goat.
face.
What do you mean? Just some fucking Persians? They might look identical to us, but they speak funny, so they're terrible.
Hey, listen, I'm Achilles. I'm not gonna fight.
You think I'm scared of some asshole in sandals? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Achilles, your buddy Patroclus just got caught by the other mafia.
Ooh, you got
I'm
elephants?
gonna fucking gabagool.
You got elephants? I got a mother I'm protecting. Fuck you.
What other
We
ancient
gotta kill
stories are-
Persians. They don't believe in prosciutto.
We need to do a 300 remake where it's literally 300, but like the,
You know
the
those
fucking
were
Italian
Greeks. You
emoji.
guys both know that those were
Yeah,
Greeks, right?
I don't care.
No, they're Greek. No, I know.
Do
they're
a fucking
Spartans, to be
Greek
specific.
real quick.
Don't you love how it was technically 298? Did you have a history teacher that was a total wet
No,
blanket
it was
about
like
that?
3,000.
No, the Spartans, it was like, technically it should be like 298 because he saw the movie and it's like, well, they sent one guy home. And the other guy was like technically a hunchback. So really it's like 298. It's like, fuck you.
I don't think he counted to the 300.
No, I didn't. But it
If
should
you're
be
gonna
299.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to just take it apart.
Also,
why were they
it was-
why were they spray tan?
By the way, that movie is a racist metaphor for the Iraq War. Just so you know.
Oh, I thought it was homoerotic in base.
It can be both.
Yeah, the Spartans
It's
are the
homoerotic and about the
Iraqis.
Iraq War.
No, what?
The Spartan. Why? They're
No, the
not
brown
that-
people are the Iraqis. General Petraeus is Leonidas, and that Congress that keeps being like, we shouldn't go to war, we're a bunch of shitty rich people that the people should hate, and we hate war and being cool. That was the Congress that wasn't like, let's bomb Iraqis now for something they didn't do.
I thought
So
we were
who's
staying
Gerard
away from
Butler?
Dude, come on.
David Petraeus.
Why do we
the
have-
general.
That makes sense.
Why do we have to talk politics when we can make fun of the Italian people?
My only politics are that Italians are bad.
There we go. We're
Did you see the tweet that someone said Jill Biden will be the first Italian American in the White House?
What?
Like that means anything?
That's
Really?
like that's
Really?
like literally being.
I think that they've probably let other ones in, but I don't think they lived there.
residency?
I'm sure
They already broke the Catholic seal.
If I was to look it up, I bet I would find out that Italians are still not allowed in the White House, and they're gonna have to like lift the law for
Yeah,
Joe
don't
Biden.
poach my tweets.
I heard if you say bada
What tweet
bing,
did I
someone
post?
just walks up to you and goes like, "You need to leave."
Look at my Twitter for it, folks. At Callan_Frank. Find the tweet that Connor just stole. By mistake again.
That thing I texted you both very late at night.
Oh, yeah.
I really wanted to tweet that, but I'm like, yeah.
Well, I told my coworker, I was like, "You want to know what's great about being friends with a
Last
comic?
night?
What? He'll send you random one-liners
the
and you have to just deal with it."
one.
Oh,
But Connor, no, I was telling
about
my
how
coworker,
we got out.
I was like, "Oh yeah, you know what's my
We did
favorite
it.
thing? My buddy Connor will just send me one-liners with no context. Like, and I was like, "What'd you get right now?" And I was like, "Life begins with the erection."
I'm a ultra conservative. Life begins at erection.
Mine is that life begins at like awkward attraction. Like as soon as you look at a girl and you're
I'll
like,
put a baby in you.
"Yeah, she's
That's
pretty
when life
cute."
begins.
If you don't fuck her, get her pregnant, and have the baby, you did an abortion. You're going to hell.
Life doesn't begin until the
I like
first
to make
time they do
religion-
acid, so you got many years until it's like a problem.
It begins at what?
When your kid does acid, that's when the point of no
Really?
return is because
Yeah.
then they
Well,
really
Dad?
get it. And then they-
So you
I
can
did
kill-
acid. Oh, I missed my window.
Has a gun to the back of your head as you're putting the tab in. Damn.
Because life
Suck it.
begins when you fully figure it out. When you do acid, that's when life begins. So you have a
figure it out when you do acid. You realize that, oh shit, I got a lot wrong.
Well, no, you
It
do
isn't
figure
that
it out, and
figuring
then
it
you
out.
forget as soon as you're
Well, the solution there, always be on acid.
Hey, I
you
think if
imagine
you
being
do
on acid
enough,
just-
I think that does happen.
Could you imagine just
No,
doing
'cause I
6
know
months
friends
just
who
every
did
day you
a
do a
lot of
tab?
drugs and now no, because I have friends who did a lot of drugs and now believe the Earth is flat and karma's real. So
That doesn't necessarily like that's. It might not be because of the drugs.
That could be because they're
have you ever
douchebags.
heard of a hero's dose? Because that was the
A
turning
heroic
point.
dose is what I've
A
heard.
heroic
It
dose. that's
What?
it's called.
Tell me
5
about
grams
this.
of mushrooms. A heroic dose.
I want to do that.
It's.
I didn't think there was
it
like a number
drove
on it.
Austin to insanity.
I'd love that.
Because right after he did that, he started becoming a flat earther. And the last conversation I had with him was 22 one-sided text messages about Trump not getting something. I did not read them all because I fear I would.
Why would that sound so cool? Go
Here.
find them,
I'll
screenshot it.
hand you my phone.
No, not now. I'm doing a podcast. I need to focus on Insane Man ravings.
Wait, no, read it and let's discuss.
I don't want to be mean to your friend.
That's fine.
There was you're going to look at the audio and he says, "I don't want to be mean to your friend." No audio. Connor going, "It's fine." That was a pregnant pause.
Zero waveform there.
I really like the guy. He was very cool. And now he's like,
He sounds
when a
cooler
friend-
now.
When a friend, you know, like if somebody finds Jesus and then you're like, dude, you'd be a cool guy if you didn't try and convert me every 15 minutes. That's what's happening.
So if he would only talk about it when asked, I guess.
Yeah, no, if he was like...
But he's
if
never
I
gonna get
fucking
asked,
come
so
up
you
to
get hungry.
If I come up to you and I'm like, hey, dude, I heard you found Jesus. How's that going? And he was like, fucking, here's everything. Then I'd be like, okay, I deserve that. But if I'm just sitting on the couch watching football and he's like, hey, my numerology predicted that would just happen. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking kill you because you said it after the thing happened.
Dude, you got to use those people like a
you go.
create your own adventure game, dude. You got to let them go like, why is that?
There's images.
Oh, it's 22. I immediately texted his girlfriend and was like, I'm worried about him.
That's when you fucking know.
He doesn't listen, so it's fine.
Now, the Dodgers and Lakers do both play in L.A. He's correct about that.
I did not read
What?
this.
Did he come by that?
I didn't
with
read any of
numerology.
this. So give the podcast
Okay.
the same context you need to give me.
Okay, this is in October. Lots of numerology for the Dodgers and Lakers winning and the date numerology for that day. Also, all the earthquakes on the Western Coast, which is where the Dodgers and Lakers both are because they're in L.A.
Oh yeah, I asked him
Then
for
a picture of an earthquake and a picture of the Dodgers and Lakers winning.
I asked him for a sports he's been winning a lot on sports betting, and I was like,
So he is right about something.
no. So I was like, send me your picks, and then he sent me this. I was like, these aren't picks.
Lakers, Dodgers, and Lightning all won Game 6 for 666. They also all won the series 4-2, which I guess which is Jackie Robinson's number. Jackie Robinson's Memorial Day is April 15th.
This is Robin Williams.
No, that's tax day.
This is that Charlie Day meme where he's in front of the thing.
Okay? The time of the earthquake was 402. You dropped the 0 in numerology. Everyone knows that. Chadwick Boseman, who played T'Challa in Black Panther, and Jackie Robinson in movie 42.
Oh, shut the fuck
Died on
up.
August 28th this year. He says T'Challa equals 42 and Jackie equals 42. I don't know how he got that.
No, because names can equal numbers, but it's not an exact science, so they can equal whatever
Whatever
number
you
you
want.
want them to.
You
There was
know-
one time.
Oh, no.
11-9 can also be written 9-11. Yeah, if you do it wrong.
Oh god, there was a time when we were in a car together and we had like a 45-minute drive, and he put on a podcast that was about this stuff. It was
So coronavirus, the word, equals 56. Dodgers won 56 games this year.
It's all connected.
So
Employers say they fear a mental health tsunami during school season, referring to him speaking to school children.
So what they do? So he put on this podcast, and what the podcast does is it makes literally one prediction per second, and it's a 3-hour podcast. And
So
then he
some of
can-
them-
and then he can look back and be like, "Look, they were right here, here, and here." And I'm like, "There's so many wrongs in between."
Yeah, dude, there's an ocean of falsitudes, bro.
And then
You be the judge.
so he put it
I
on.
will be. It's wrong.
He put it on, and then we started driving, and about 15 minutes in, I was like, dude, this is crazy. And he was like, I know, it's wild, right? And I'm like,
Why haven't I talked to him since he went insane?
This is literally crazy. This is what happens to veterans. Don't go to war.
Did he
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
war?
yeah.
then? Oh,
He was served in Iraq for like a tour.
well, that's
Or
bad.
more.
Don't do
Might
that.
have been way
Well,
more.
don't- well, don't
4
be-
years?
Bad things happen over
many
there.
tours is
Because of the military.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he told me a story one time. He was driving. He was on the back of the Humvee with a... This is all... In case you guys have been clear, we're very anti-war on this podcast.
Whoa, guys, call him off. What the fuck did you just?
Unless it's against Italians or
Yeah, right. We'll go to war. Yeah.
or New
I'll
York,
go
I guess.
to war with Italy right now.
I mean, we'd win.
Just me.
How do you think our chances
win.
against the French would be?
Bad. The French are actually very good at killing.
But what if it was
the
like-
citizens is the problem.
No, yeah. What if
Not the
we
military.
went to us three,
Right.
went on a war against just the French?
Like all French people?
So
Yeah,
it's
like we go to France to start at the heart.
Oh,
right?
so it's the classic problem: who's going to win in a fight? 10 toddlers or one
yeah.
100-year-old?
In this case, it would be 3 mid-20-year-olds against the entire French population.
versus
Versus French people, they'll win.
Oh, no. 3 Americans versus the entirety of the French population.
They'll win. An interesting question would be 3 French people versus all of America.
No, I think
I'm
it's
talking
pretty one-
walking up the street, you start a fight.
And you
Wait,
have
so
to
they
take
don't-
it-
we don't- wait,
wait,
so
but
they-
you have to take this fight
We-
to the highest level of government. You have to take this fight to the
I figure you start with
Hang
the
on.
mimes. You start with the mimes.
But you're saying we don't tell France that we're at war, but we just individually beat every French person in a fight, and then say we've defeated the country in war.
We get on a flight.
So we're taking
We go to
this-
the border of France. We go to the
We start walking. So we're taking this to the Supreme French Court of Pain.
Eventually, yeah.
So they're going to set up a WWE ring, and it's
Oh,
going to
no,
be
we're just
the
one-
French Prime Minister and then the cabinet.
They
No,
have
no,
a
no, we're not
president.
going to pull attention to
They have a
ourselves.
president?
No, no, Connor.
It sounds, I don't know, having presidents kind of sounds gay coming from the French. So
Right,
maybe we
dude,
should.
What is
No,
that?
no, no,
I
no,
don't even
you
know what
guys-
that means.
You guys are overthinking
How does
it.
that sound
We're
more
just
gay
going
than
to
anything in
individually,
French?
on their
I picture a
own
lot of
time,
ways.
fight every member of government and win the fight.
Then you win the country for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It's
No.
risk rules. If
No, you
'cause
have to
in risk-
declare that first, because the president
No, you
can
don't.
just get in a fight on his own.
No, no, we'll just find him like when he's at the barber or
If you
something.
single-handedly kick the shit out of every French person, the country's yours.
No, but you have to say that.
No,
Because you can't. If
No,
no,
you
because
kick-
if we just
No,
we just
as-
go to Macron's house and beat the shit out of him.
no,
that's just
not
us punching him.
No,
I know, but then
By
with
the-
the next guy you beat up, there may not be a connection.
No.
I don't
you
know who
fight-
the
you fight from
second
the bottom
president
up. You
there
fight
is.
from the bottom up. Last person you beat up is the president. First person you beat up is probably a baby. If we're being honest.
No, we'd
We're
save
gonna have
the
to punch
babies
a
for
lot
the
of
end.
babies.
You're gonna-
Have you considered
You're
that there
gonna
are
have to.
disabled people in France? Think of the press. Think of the press.
Oh god, just a French person with Down syndrome. Oh man, I don't want-
Yeah, for once, can a disabled person just be a paraplegic? Or a
Let-
paraplegie, as they say over there.
I didn't say it would be easy, guys.
Those would be the easy ones, I bet.
Okay, listen.
Just a French person with autism smoking a cigarette. The train will arrive in 15 minutes. In Brussels.
The people in this train station have smoked exactly 467 cigarettes in the last 7 minutes.
French Rain Man.
Just like,
I am an excellent driver.
French baby driver.
I hate how the French
No,
are
that
the
was still French Rain Man.
the French are the only people
I'm an excellent
that can,
driver.
They're the only people that can laugh in their accent. It's bullshit.
I like that when you write out French people laughing, it's H-O-N. Because you know that they would pronounce that.
I just write "oui oui croissant Eiffel Tower baguette." Is what I write over and over again. They're like, "Oh, he's laughing."
My favorite French phrase is un petit faguet.
That's not a. I mean, the
One
first
small
two.
Mine is omelette du fromage.
One
Yeah,
small
all right,
cigarette.
Dexter. Okay. Mine is Je suis désolé, the cartoonist de Mohammed. Remember when that happened?
I just like how
Forever
like you
ago?
lost us in the beginning. At the end, we're like,
I
there
heard
it is.
cartoon Damon.
No, Charlie Hebdo, the cartoonist that drew like Muhammad fucking a donut or whatever, and then they got shot up by some terrorists.
When you saw, because I was just young enough to like see that South Park shit and go like, man, I wonder what he looks like. Not really understanding the principle of it. It's like how like they just shouldn't show him. For me, I was like, is he ugly or something? Like when I was I was really young and shit, so I didn't know
No,
the
you
global.
can draw Muhammad, just don't label it Muhammad. Nobody will
That's
fucking
but I
know.
didn't get that when I was seeing the cartoon as a kid. It was it was that high shelf comedy that I was like, what does he got like a big nose and they're like self conscious about it and they don't want the profit and being ugly? Like what is the thing? I was like 7 or some shit when that. No, it was like I was probably like 10 or something. But like,
Did you guys see back
Wait,
when
wait,
everybody was
real
talking
quick.
about?
I love that they're like, don't draw the prophet, and I've visibly seen pictures of Jesus riding dinosaurs, and everybody's cool with that.
No, right?
But go
Because
ahead.
Christianity doesn't have that thing. No, back when everybody was talking about we should take down statues of Columbus because like he raped and enslaved a lot of people.
He did that.
He did do that, but maybe we should have statues anyway
He
for
did
the
do
Italians. And I don't want to get into the whole statue debate, but some very awesome people.
we're not gonna debate probably.
We're just gonna.
We might. I bet we disagree. Not that I think that there should be statues of racists, but it's a different thing.
No,
That's,
I'm actually
that's
really
why
inter-
we shouldn't, because everyone will
Can
hate
we
us.
double back for that because I want to hear
After
that.
we're not on mic, yes.
It's
Anyway.
just bits, not. It's just debates.
Anyway,
Which we're
someone-
I don't
doing
think I'm
on
in a debate, but go.
Anyway, a bunch of people, and they're like, oh, well, if we can't have any depictions of bad people, are we allowed to burn down mosques? Because Muhammad did this, this, and this. Which is, of course, do you think there's a lot of depictions of Muhammad in mosques?
It's quite the lead, Bryce. Maybe
I think you just were looking for a reason to attack a mosque.
That's like someone going like, you're telling me that they can abort fetuses legally? Does that mean I can just stab my neighbor? That's the same guy.
It sounds like Jim. I can stab Jim. It sounds like
Your neighbor's
Sounds like
probably
a green
similar
light
to you.
murder.
So yes.
It sounds like you want to stab Jim. Jim's all hoity-toity. He grows organic vegetables. Fuck Jim.
Listen, okay. If we let every hick stab one hippie, can we do abortion then? I've only got one in mind, so.
It'd be a lot of hick stabbing the same hippie, just so we're clear.
Yeah, like the one guy, like he does it for everybody else.
And
like
Duck
guys,
Dynasty is fucked.
And the hippie's like, at two brute, and they're like, you fucking.
No, the hippie is like, I'm not gonna stab back, and then everybody's like, dude, you had one job.
Yeah, like they chose a
piece of
really
shit.
fat hippie to take all the stabbings. He can just patch up. He's got a lot of blubber.
But then it's called fat shaming or something, and
Yeah, and then
That's-
you're back to
that's how
square
politics goes in this country.
I love that we're mad at people fat shaming, but
We probably should a little bit, not a lot. Like sprinkle it. Like we should, like morbidly obese people. We shouldn't be like, you shine, darling. No, take care of yourself.
Well, I think first of all, everybody needs like
Lizzo's the
specific
cutoff,
rules because
I
nobody
think.
knows.
Lizzo's the cutoff. Lizzo's fine. Everything below her fine. Everything above Lizzo. You're a
No,
rascal,
no. Why
buddy.
are you making fucking rules about it? There's not. It's always
It's a
good.
guideline.
No,
It's
there's
a-
not a. There are more guidelines anyway.
Like how about mine's less of a guideline and more of a philosophy where when it's a byproduct of not taking care of yourself is when it needs to change.
I think, why are we doing all this? Just don't be mean to people unless they're bad. Then be mean to them.
So Italians.
Yes.
You know what? While you're fair.
No. For example, Lizzo makes good music. You don't need to be
And
mean
also,
to Lizzo
have you
about
seen
her
her
being
dance?
fat.
She's
Trump-
not, in like the kind of fat where you're like, you should take care of yourself. She is. Have you seen her fucking tour?
No, she's athletic as
No,
fuck.
but
Yeah.
Trump is a bad man, and he's also shaped like a hen, and you should make fun of him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the fact that he wears diapers. There's good people who wear diapers, and you shouldn't
Like,
be mean
which
to
is
them.
why I'm
but you
saying-
should be mean to Trump.
Which is why I'm saying if it's a byproduct of you not taking care of yourself, he's basically a fucking dead corpse puppet moving around drinking by an experimental
I
Adderall.
think you can just make fun of anybody for any reason because it's fun.
See?
Yes, you can, and people have reactions to it.
and then
That's
but
fair.
you can't say you can't be mad because I can make fun of everything.
No, my thing is take a joke if you're close to me, and if you're not close to me, suck a dick. I don't give a shit. That's the thing. So
but like
that's my thought process.
they put a good, but like the
Twitter, turn against me. Come on, fly, my pretties.
it's
the
different Twitters.
the left puts a gun to your temple. Apologize. To me.
No.
That's not why the left would put a gun to your temple.
Gun muzzled in your.
But I have the gun. I don't care. That's not how this works.
Fucking-
It's the fucking. When you just
Christopher
do a movie,
Walken
just
from
don't-
fucking Seven Maniacs or Seven
Psychopaths. It's alliterative. Why would you say seven maniacs? Maybe if it were a number that began with M, maniacs. Is there any?
Is there?
7
Million.
Thank you.
Fucking idiots.
Did you see the stumpness in our
And
eyes? We thought we did something. We were like, is there no fucking numbers with them?
There's got to be some letter that there's no number. I guess Y. There's no numbers that start with Y.
I thought there was a 4 in blue. It turns out I just blinked weird. It was crazy.
Did you get that?
That was a stroke in the making.
Hey guys,
Not
do you
the
smell
type that
toast?
makes you come.
Well, you don't know what I'm into.
I come
Wouldn't it be
buckets
so
and then
inconvenient to
drown
only be able
myself.
to climax while you're having a stroke?
You could only read.
I had a stroke and it broke the part of my brain so that I can only come when I have strokes. But luckily, I have a lot of strokes.
I had 2-3 mini strokes on my birthday because my wife wanted it to be special.
I come.
Hey,
once.
listen, my roommate's gone. We can be as loud as we want. Why are you handing me a flashlight? Turn it on and off real fucking quick.
Hey.
I'm gonna buy a strobe light, but it's still coming on Amazon.
Play
I got
Daft
you
Punk.
that shit. Play Daft Punk. I have the lights hooked up to play based on the music it's playing.
Could you just smack me and call me Brutus? Why? I wish I could tell you, but
Why are you putting
Oh god!
the ball
Oh god!
gag in?
Oh god! I'm so close. Oh no, he's just making toast.
Why are you putting the ball gag in? I thought you were a dom. Oh baby, I am.
Honey, I'm gonna come. I'm
You
gonna
can
come.
listen.
Sorry, my arm was asleep. I'm
I
sorry.
don't want to.
Let me tell you
my
something.
tongue.
Yeah, you don't want me to swallow my tongue either, honey. I promise.
That's a more broad version. You can only orgasm while having a seizure, and because you have epilepsy, and the first time you came, you had a seizure. So now you're like, it's the only way I can.
Oh
we-
wait.
Can-
So
can
you
we- I
only
very quickly wanna
so
discuss
when
something.
you are, so you have a seizure as you come.
No, you can only...
you have a seizure. So every
That's
time you
just
come,
coming.
you have a seizure?
Wait, what's more of a curse?
No, like
what's more of a curse?
go to
You
the
can only
hospital.
come while... Hold on, time out. What's more of a curse? You can only come if you are currently seizing, or you come every time you're seizing.
I think the more curse is every time you come, you have a seizure. I think that's the worst curse.
That's not what I meant. Every
Because
time
the
you have a
first few
seizure,
times-
you come. So like when they're resuscitating, you're like... but like, or what's worse is, the only way you can achieve an orgasm is if you're having a seizure.
I think...
Yeah, because I think if you had bad enough sex ed, you just think that's what coming was.
Oh my god, this feels so good! I can't about to swallow my tongue.
And then whoever you marry maybe also has terrible sex ed, and they're like, I guess that's what you do. Okay.
I only know I'm Jerry satisfied if he's foaming at the mouth.
No, sir, you just have rabies and aura perverts.
You just have a very sexual niche that, honestly, I think is the only true evidence of soulmates.
I thought raccoons carried STDs. I fucked the joke up. Damn it.
Take two, Kellen. Take two.
I thought rabies was an STD. Stop fucking raccoons, Jeff.
All right, that was a great take, Kellen.
Yeah,
if we could try that from the top, but I feel like you're anticipating the punchline. Let's try one more time. Kellen tries. Take three.
Okay, this time I'm gonna do it as a character though.
Okay, so we started again. He wasn't done. Take four.
I thought that rabies was a sexually transmitted disease. Stop a fucking raccoons, Giuseppe.
Ring, ring. Yeah, I heard it too. They're mad? Of course they fucking are. So they don't like the Italian vibe you gave that. If we could do another
I don't
one.
like it either, but that's how priests talk.
Listen, Kellen, it's about options. So Kellen tries, take six. Take seven.
I don't know what else to do. Mate, I thought that bloody rabies was an STD. I stopped my fucking raccoons, Giuseppe.
I feel like I should be playing one of these roles.
I'm not
to
gonna
ease the
stop
burden.
being the Italian.
You know what?
guy.
Your understudy is taking initiative and he wants to read. Connor,
Stop fucking raccoons.
Connor cucks Kellen, take two.
man. Stop fucking raccoons. I decided.
That's how you close, Kellen.
Always be closing. Always be coming in raccoons.
Coffees for pussies.
Could you imagine wearing a shirt that says "Always come in raccoons"? Just wearing a shirt that openly says it, and just look at people's
Because
eyes.
people
Go.
have to think they're like I'm misreading that.
Yeah, right.
That's barely a sentence.
The double takes you'd see all day.
Somebody. Well, we do
And
have T-shirts now, so.
And then the look of like, you just mean jizzing raccoons. That's what you didn't.
I think I would make it always be coming in raccoons.
So when you know it's
so
coming,
it is ABCIR.
so when you know someone's gonna ask you the question, you can be like, before you ask, I
It's
do
that.
ejaculate
It does say
inside raccoons.
That.
I
You know
fuck
what
records.
was implied by "Oh hello"? I do it.
I fuck records.
They are the walk. I am the talk, or whatever
No,
works.
The opposite.
I thought you were gonna go with "They are the walk and I am the run," and I was gonna give you that one.
They are the walk. I am the guy that fucks the raccoon.
Hey, listen, buddy, you might talk the talk, but I fuck the raccoon.
That is what you put on the back of the shirt. Always be
Just
coming
a
in
guy who
raccoons.
doesn't quite get sayings. Like, you just substitute whatever makes sense
Yeah,
in the
it's
end,
like-
right?
Malage.
Don't cry over spilled semen.
Malleum. That's what that's called, where you purposely get a fucking idiom wrong. Where it's like you can bring a horse to water, but you can't set it on
Fuck
fire.
it.
Or you can't make it fuck or something. Like.
You can bring a horse to water, but you can't butt fuck it. That's just
And that's two birds
Wait,
and one
that's
anus.
not right. Yes, you can. I don't know why it was an old lady for that one. I don't think she would
an
be.
old lady very pro fucking horses.
Even a broken
Like,
clock
you
was
better fuck that horse.
Listen, Sonny.
Grammy, can I go outside? Did you fuck your horse?
No loud music. It covers the sounds of terrified horse.
You heard of Silence of the Lambs?
What
We
is
want
it?
the silence of the horses.
What does a terrified horse sound like? Click, 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 click.
It's running away.
It's running away.
I'm trying to figure out how to communicate like hooves scratching at a wall, trying to get out.
Like it's really scared. Like, oh, you know a horse is scared when it's trying to go vertical.
You know the classically four-legged animal trying to climb a wall.
like you and a centaur walk into a room and there's a bunch of just single gouges in the wall, and the centaur's like, it's like toenails. They were clawing to get out.
Do you ever feel like there was ever like a fucking like
Yes, it's not
hold
that
on.
scary to me.
Stay with me on this. But do you ever think there was like a fucking fire at like a zoo and like the animal? hold on. And the animals.
First of all, everybody, there has been a fire in a zoo. Understand that, everybody.
They've been and like all the animals are running wild. There's a horse trying to get over this wall, and it's like fuck. And a goat just goes like pussy and just jumps over. Like fuck. It gives like the hoof equivalent of a middle finger.
Horses can jump, you know.
Yeah, but I mean like this one's like 8 feet and it's like jagged, but so the goat's like
goat
fuck.
can go
so no, he can scale it.
Did you know that horses will grab other horses, very young horses, by the nape of their neck and swing them around violently to break their necks?
What, like other horses' kids?
Like the baby horses
Did a horse
of a rival stud, I guess it would be.
Stallion?
Did equestrian scientists give like a reason? Like did they like watch and study?
No.
It's a ritual they do to see if you're strong enough to lead the pack.
That does sound like a scientist just posed a question. Could a horse break another horse's
No, what happened was
Give one horse cocaine and let the six.
We gave this horse PCP, and we found out that it can indeed flip a cop car, but also it can kill a full-grown horse with its teeth.
Don't you ever hear those studies and go like, how do I become the scientist?
Did you gave a horse PCP, and it teamed up with his friends and killed a giraffe.
I would have gone to the right schools and got the right grades.
Imagine
Like a scientist who does that shit. Who makes the fucking I want to get a grant for what reason? I want to give a gorilla cocaine and make it fight a robot. Congress is like, stamp, here's $4 million.
I'd like to study teleportation. Fuck you.
No,
just
just
like
Jeff Goldblum fly that
No,
bullshit.
just a TED Talk, and the guy's like, did you guys know that if you give a gorilla a cocaine, it'll be powerful enough to do all your fucking cocaine like an asshole?
and that breaks
To
containment.
take cocaine away from scientists who paid for the cocaine. Did you know a gorilla could do that?
Could you just, first of all, let's also just really
Guess why they call her Coco.
Let's break down that dude. Oh my god. Let's break down the sheer terror
movie
of
Coco about no, I
About
understand
birds
the
that
Coco
smuggle
you-
cocaine?
I understand the one you went for.
No,
the gorilla.
Coco, the
But
video of
also
sign language.
Coco, the movie about
Sign
people
language.
going into the afterlife, is also about cocaine.
That's what happens when you do cocaine, folks.
you see the Mexican afterlife.
Specifically, the Mexican afterlife.
No, when
No
they
matter where
when
you're
they
from.
told Robin Williams, "Do you want to do sign language with Coco?" He was like, "Yeah, I want to do a bunch of coke and try sign language." Oh, it's a monkey. Okay.
He did that documentary because he's like, well, there's a chance this fucking gorilla
you
will
watch
freak out and kill me.
If you
and
watch
then I just get a guilt-free ticket the fuck out of here.
If you watch the documentary, he's furious the whole time because there's no cocaine in the
But
soda.
no, real talk. Can we just also talk about how, like, how terrifying the prospect of a gorilla getting its hand on a duffel bag of cocaine?
I say PCP is scarier. 'Cause cocaine, it would start a gorilla-based
Well,
business.
PCP, like, how is PCP done?
PCP is smoked, and it's like
Okay,
literally...
cocaine could be like a gorilla smacking its face into a pile, and it becomes the apex predator on the fucking planet. PCP,
I think I'm as
'cause-
scared of a coked up gorilla as a regular gorilla.
No, because you give a gorilla cocaine,
How is
and
that
it
not
tries
a
to
movie?
learn acoustic guitar in one night. That's
There
what
is
happens if
there
you give
is
a gorilla-
Congo.
But if you get... we should give it bongos.
No,
and
but like, think
cocaine.
about the B horror
Great
movie.
word association.
No, guys, let's just go with me. Like, just the B horror movie of a bunch of people partying in the jungle. It's a B horror movie, so there's not a good
Congo.
reason.
This is
and then
Congo.
a bunch
Yeah,
of
okay.
guys bring cocaine, and like all of a sudden a gorilla that's there gets into the cocaine and just slowly murders the fucking shit out of the main cast.
4 more cocaine, and the whole plot is just like, dude, drop the cocaine, and they're like, this is $10,000.
And like
And
there
it's
needs to be a
called
moment where the guy
Coke.
realizes that gorilla that murdered my girlfriend and best friend is on cocaine, and I think we're gonna die. Anyway.
No, but there is a
And no, but
page-
it ends when the hero just does more cocaine than the gorilla.
2, Don't Stop Me
Wait.
Now by Queen.
It's
Sure.
It's it's Popeye versus Mecha Popeye situation.
I fucking hate you so much.
Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. Like, come on.
You killed olive oil, you damn dirty ape.
Just cans of cocaine.
Wait, this is a scene in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, damn it. When he did the Quaaludes, he did way too much Quaaludes.
That 18-minute scene.
And then
Yeah,
he
but
did
then
the
there is
Popeyes
Popeyes on
where he
TV
uses
as he's
cocaine.
doing coke to be strong.
Which,
That
by
is
the
probably
way,
the most Martin Scorsese part of
Which,
that movie.
by the way, Brett Kavanaugh did before testifying in front of the Senate, except it was beer instead of Quaaludes. He for sure did coke to even out because he was drunk.
But here's the thing.
Like
Because
that
of-
Denzel movie about a pilot, but now he
No,
runs the
'cause
government.
The problem is that you even out for only 30 minutes at a time, and then you're drunker than you've ever been.
I hate it when like you're so drunk
must have
that
had
you
a
know
patch.
you're drunk and you're just like, I need to pull up the brakes, but then you just don't. You just like slam it into high gear. Every
I
time.
think there are two acceptable ways to end a night of drinking: blackout or back out. That's it.
You mean the only two options?
no.
No,
The
the blackout
what
means
is the
stop. Like,
other
other
option
is
people
to
can
get
have?
your dick sucked. So there's three.
That is clearly happening in the blackout. So
I
you're
could do
making a
that.
fool of yourself.
I have equal chances on either of them.
Blackout, get my dick sucked. Back out, get my dick sucked. No, there was an old rule in my college when I visited ISU, so it was Tyler's college, not this
I
Tyler.
was gonna say like we
No.
all went
No.
to the same college.
No. But it was like if you're not in bed with a girl by midnight, it's you black out. Those and I went and partied with these people one time, and I was like, how often do you black out? And they're like, a lot, a whole lot.
In my ass, I'd just be like, what happens if I black out at like 9:30?
You can also do that. That is
That,
nice.
that's one
rally.
of my style. I like waking up at 4 and being like, man, I can't wait to regret the next 3 hours by myself.
No,
while I
what
was
you do
asleep.
is, if everybody's asleep at 4 o'clock on a college party, you're at the wrong college.
Think about where I went, and now factor
Did
in.
I tell
Yes,
you about,
we all were.
Did I tell you about that one time I was hitting on a really hot chick in my basement? There was a party going on, and she wasn't chained to the basement. And
She threw the porridge
And she
I gave
wasn't
her.
saying anything.
Mostly because
was
she stopped
gagged.
talking after 6 months.
Turns out you have to
Because I
feed
really
women.
always knew that my little crime would be
But-
cold. That's why I got a heater for your thighs. You don't know
What?
that song? Little Piece of Heaven by Avenged Sevenfold?
Is it about somebody chained in the basement?
No, it's about a guy that kills his wife and fucks her corpse, and then she comes back from the dead and kills him, and they get married.
Sounds like an Avenged
Oh,
Sevenfold
it's
song.
the Nightmare Before Christmas. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
No, but I was hitting on a hot chick in the basement with other people around.
You were like, want to see my basement?
No,
Why did you drive me here?
Why was no one upstairs?
the other people were all wearing hoods and masks.
They can chant really well up there. They're really in sync.
No, but I asked her, I was like, do you want to go upstairs? And we went upstairs, and
Then she left.
No, I made a right, and I like sat down at the kitchen table to like play a drinking game upstairs. She made a left and went into my bedroom.
Oh, get up from the table.
I didn't find out until she already had come back out into the living room, and I was like, fuck! And that was the last I saw her. I was like, damn, hard L, folks.
L.
That is one of
I don't think I would have missed that. I would have sat down and been like, where is she?
I did see. I sat down and was like, "Beer pong sounds fun." And then 30 minutes later, I was
You could have mixed those activities.
that was a
That's the
literal
mentality of a guy who was just like, I've gotten laid so many times, it'd be nice, but it's not fun.
That was me.
Tyler, one thing
for
I'd
getting
love it if you would
aggressively.
stop doing on this podcast is nudging me and goes, isn't it funny how we get laid less than Connor?
We've all come to the conclusion that you guys could definitely fuck as much as you wanted. You choose not to, and that's on you.
Oh yeah, it totally is. It's for everyone's protection.
Is your dick one of the Infinity Stones?
No, it's one of those things where it's like Pandora's box, where like you open it and you're like, why the fuck did
And
I
it
do
just
that?
never stops coming. It comes out fear, and it comes out hate, and it comes out hope, too.
Mostly
Wow,
locusts,
what a
though.
perfect comparison to really bolster the imagery. That's very accurate.
A lot
Yeah.
of locusts, though. So I
A lot of locusts,
I gotta ask you guys, as people who
No, I don't come locust.
fuck on the reg.
Hey,
how
don't
often
you
do
come
jerk
less
off?
locust than Connor?
I don't keep track.
Like, just a
Less than
general
when I was
estimate.
15.
I think like an average come once a day, whether it be from masturbation or from fucking.
No, I have things to do.
What do you know,
I work. Now that I'm back at work, I jerk off way less, I'll tell you that.
you have a purpose.
Because, okay, you can jerk off if you're bored.
you
so
can
I'll
jerk
just-
off at work if you wanted to.
Especially now that I work from home.
As long as you don't New York Times yourself, whoever that guy was.
What?
There's
Well,
a
I
guy
don't-
who jerked
Oh,
off
the
with
guy with his
Zoom
dick
off
at
and then-
tubes or something.
Yeah.
Just don't turn your camera on, which I'm too stupid to do because I constantly forget to turn my audio off. And I take phone calls from my mom or say that I'm
Ma'am.
just on the Zoom to pirate the stream because I don't have cable.
I don't.
I wasn't actually pirating it. I was just watching it. I wasn't sending it to anybody.
Please don't take my computer.
And also, they should give us free subscription to BTN.
I mean, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Or wherever we work.
Oh, I'll edit that part out. Get rid of that. No,
yeah.
but how,
so when
how,
isn't it funny how we jerk off when we work at WGN?
Oh, Joey, no.
Joey doesn't work for WGN.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
Wait, so I shouldn't have said anything because now they'll narrow it down.
By one.
CNN. We
So
don't know.
How often do you jerk off?
I don't.
You're like that.
I just wanted to see the shock on your face.
Just
You
head
really-
starts tilting.
Whatever, man. By the time I'm 28, I bet I won't either.
How old do you think Tyler is?
I'm sure. Yeah, how old are you?
No,
think
I'm
I
saying
am?
I'm going slightly slower than him on the jerk off slope down, but
Yeah, with me, it's like
Love
I don't
that
know.
band.
It's just I think it's like probably like what a day, some 0 to 1 probably. I don't know.
0 to 1 a day. That really narrows it down.
Some
I
days
go
it's
from
just
0 to 1 real quick.
some days my pee-pee's sad for like a fortnight. We don't know, man.
You would think my dick wouldn't work given how much alcohol I drink.
Oh, give it time. It'll stop.
Well, yeah.
It's a pinball thing. The more you pull it back, the harder it's gonna thwack when it finally comes.
How do you know that?
I'm 28.
How do you know? No, how do you know that my dick works like a pinball machine?
Well, because I'm on the internet for one. But no, yeah.
That's gonna be funny when that's actually on the internet later because we're famous.
Shows
But
you a
that wasn't-
screenshot, and you're just like, oh no.
Are you from the future?
I dress like
I'm
it.
from a future. I'm from a future where you jerk off on campsites instead of doing a podcast.
That's a
We're
possibility,
currently
man.
at the point where if someone came up to me and said, I'm from the future, I'm like, what fucking future?
Like, yeah, okay. It's not. Keep moving. You didn't get to
No,
the good part
This
yet.
lineage hits such a hard pause.
Go
What are you,
back
my
to
sister's grandkid?
1995.
If he comes back in the future and he's in tatters and barely alive, then I'll be like, oh, no.
What am I, the last hope? Yikes.
This is it.
I can see why you're fucked.
If you beat your depression, then the world is saved. But if you don't, then we
I'll
all
say
And you're
you
just
die.
sitting there with like a
No
cigarette holder and a
pressure.
lighter.
no pressure.
I'd be like, save you a trip, throws my head in a broken stop sign, impaling self.
All the stop signs are broken because it's the apocalypse.
That'd be absolute worst case scenario. If you conquer all your inner demons, then the
Dude,
world
I would
wins.
hate
What if
that
I get
bullshit.
super boring? Then the world will be fine.
No, it's like Tyler. All you gotta do is be able to
this
love
bullshit.
yourself once, and the future is saved. Light cigarette. I have some bad fucking news.
I think that myth that you
Incapable.
have to be broken to be funny is
That's
bullshit.
not what I said. I said you have to have demons to be interesting. You don't have to be broken.
No, I believe the demons to be interesting.
Yeah,
is
but
good.
conquering your demons, you can still be the guy who has demons. 'Cause you gotta conquer them every
There'll
day.
be more demons, though. That's how life
you have
goes.
to, no, the demons just get smaller.
No.
But the next iteration of demons, a
No,
demon
you get
is
wealthier.
The slug monster from Ratchet and Clank. You kill the big one, and it's 4 small
Yeah, sorry,
ones now.
I've had sex before. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
play
whoa,
Ratchet and
Kellen,
Clank, you
what
piece
happened?
of shit.
No, I'm gonna go play Oblivion like a dude who gets laid.
You can fuck in Oblivion, right?
No, but you can crouch up and down really fast over someone who's asleep.
Oh yeah, you could fucking.
But then if you do it
fade
enough
it.
times,
You can do
then
that in real life, though.
You could.
Just teabag near a girl and be like, I did it, bro.
No, you can fucking what's the one? I don't know.
You can fucking Fable 3.
Oh, dude,
Sure.
so much.
Dude, Fable's so.
Is that the one that has guns?
Yes.
Uh,
Fable 2 has them too, but yeah. Ranged weapons.
There was a good Fable. What was
2.
good? Was it 2?
And
Yeah,
it was the story of Finn McCool, the giant in Ireland. That's my favorite. That's
Finn
my favorite
McCool.
fable.
I mean, I just.
Your
my,
whiskey's just water now.
yeah, I know. I wish I had
There's
more.
a little bit of.
There's
I-
more whiskey now.
Can I get more? I don't
Yeah,
want
go
to leave
ahead.
though. Can I leave? Could you get me more, bud? My ice is still there, so I just need a little bit of a pouring. Well, because
Just
you're
bring the bottle.
there. You go. Now you're thinking with portals.
Boo! We'll never release that.
Release 2 when you play, because now you'll know and it'll be funnier because you can be funny and not
My
puzzling.
head hurt. But yeah, no.
Well, get over
Oh,
it.
there's a jingle jangly dog.
Stay out, Jiggle Dog.
You can take her collar off and let her in, or
Come here, Chiba. Get naked.
Get
shut the
naked.
She wants to look at me with disdain.
that is what she does
But
constantly.
see, Kellen, I just. Oh, never mind. Yes. I was
With
gonna
Sky.
start a tangent, but I went. I don't want to entertain it, so I won't.
Well,
It's great for me that
relax.
you got given liquor while you can't drink.
Yeah, it works out for you. There's also a gigantic thing of Jaeger, some
Yeah,
Bombay.
I'm an adult.
I've decided that I'm going to start drinking only hard liquor drinks, such as whiskey in a glass with ice and maybe water, and martinis are my new drinks because I have such a beer
Why the
gut,
water?
dude.
You know, it's like, what's the point?
It's supposed to cut it so you get less of a hangover.
You gotta let it go, man.
The beer gut? No, I'm fighting this thing. I have
Really?
cancer, and I'm fighting cancer right now.
I was
okay.
I
I've
was
seen
at a
this movie.
I've
wedding.
already lost 7 pounds, and all I changed in my diet was I quit drinking and I started eating more ice cream. I finished like
That's
a
pretty
pint,
fucking amazing.
And I lost 7 pounds because of how much. Dude, I literally one of the nights before we quit. I blacked out on the floor of this office, and I woke up at 6 in the morning. I was like, "What the fuck happened? I work in 3 hours. What the fuck?"
No, dude, like the thing about alcohol that sucks when it comes to leaving it is like everybody who's involved in it is like such a black hole about it. Like, oh, you stopped? Come on. I was at a wedding once and I was like not drinking because I was on antibiotics, but a guy was
There
like,
are people like that.
yeah, but I was like, I don't want to drink anymore. Besides, I just really don't want a hangover. And he was like, hangover? You just need to drink more. And I was like, that's horrendous.
That doesn't work. I have checked.
Wait a second.
Well, what he was implying
I have
was
done
you
my
need to drink to the
research.
point where the hangover is so part of your life you just don't notice it anymore. And I was like, you mean being miserable?
Yeah, that was me.
I like being hungover. If I don't have to do a lot of stuff, I like it.
My mental health just can't handle being hungover every morning because like being in like sober and waking up is literally like ripping myself out of Dante's Inferno every morning. So having a hangover on top of it is like,
I get the same effects taking ecstasy as I do having a hangover and eating McDonald's.
That's something that someone wearing that shirt would say.
that's a Venn diagram I don't think I can get behind.
Those feel exactly the same to me. Just so we're clear.
Okay.
Just absolute best thing in the world.
This goes back to my continued assertion that like most people in our culture drink, but then it's changing now. But it used to be that certain people were stoners specifically.
Yeah.
Like so, but if we were in a society where everybody smoked but drinking was weird, I would still be a drinker.
Yeah,
like
same.
I'm specifically good at drinking.
I can't fucking smoke for the life of me.
Well, I know you. Yeah, you also can't smoke weed ever.
Yeah. I've
Never seen you smoke weed. I don't
I've been taking these 1 milligram THC edibles.
You want to smoke with me right
No,
now?
fuck you.
Come on.
No, I took a 1 milligram THC edible, which is an edible that I can handle and do things.
It's insane to me that you've done most drugs. No, you don't like weed though.
No,
It's literally like someone going like, listen, I'm a vegetarian. I switch to it all. I drink it all. Lettuce.
I will
can
eat veal,
fuck
though.
right off though.
No, it's like someone who won't eat any meat, but they will eat veal.
no,
Damn,
it's
I
not even-
commend to you, sir. That is the way more accurate metaphor.
It's sort of backwards, but
Yeah, no, I won't eat any meat, but I will eat chicken nuggets. It's really
And yet, chicken nuggets are probably the least meat.
there's
out
no
of the
meat in those. Yeah, it's fine.
It's just
Yeah, right. A
glue.
vegetarian could legally eat chicken nuggets and
It's
be like,
just
"There's
glue
no,
and
there's no."
feathers. So you're fine.
Who cares at that point?
good,
You're
dude.
so chicken McNuggets.
Can gluten-free people drink whiskey?
Who cares?
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah,
gluten.
fuck 'em.
There's no gluten in some whiskey. Jack Daniels.
Are you
is
gluten-free?
No.
Are you gonna die right
Tito's
now?
Lodge, yeah.
Kellen,
No,
blink
but-
twice if you're gonna die.
I'm gonna
Wait, and how much time? Because I will blink twice eventually.
You
yeah,
die-
I saw once. Oh, there's the second blink.
Now I'm gonna blink a lot because we're talking about it.
that happens.
Don't you like hate it when you become conscious of the things you do all throughout day in life?
Oh, here's
Like
something that
breathing?
really helps. When people do that thing about your tongue can't find a comfortable spot in your mouth.
Oh fuck you!
No, but listen, the comfortable spot is the roof of your mouth, not the bottom. That's why
Whoa,
that's confusing.
Connor, when did you become 10% more attractive because you wear glasses that are exactly
That's
like
not what I was gonna say.
When did I start banging people on that couch?
Is that why it's sticky and smells like latex?
I got
Just
a casting
kidding, you don't wear
couch in my office, by the way.
Connor, I feel like you sit on top of a guitar fret, and on one side is like who you were in high school, and on one side is a person I want to hang out with, and the glasses make you look like you've tipped to the wrong side.
The glasses are because I'm getting a headache from all the fucking blue light, and
Well-
these are blue light glasses.
When you when you wear your glasses,
I don't-
I know.
You
I-
call other people fags so much.
This is faggy. I don't like it either.
When you wear
I
those
don't like
glasses,
many
dude.
things about myself,
Connor.
and I understand you guys
Connor.
make fun of me.
when you wear
I
those
keep
glasses,
fish, dude. I saw this coming.
Yeah, do you look at them with those and go, they look more orange?
Yeah, because everything's a little yellow now. It's all
Oh, God.
you look like the guy in Silicon Valley that's definitely getting away with murder, but nobody has anything.
dude. If I put on
All
a
of them?
full suit and these glasses, they'll just.
They would give you a country.
I look like Steve Mnuchin. It's great.
Oh man, I wouldn't be that mean.
Don't be that hard on yourself. I gotta step in here. Steve Mnuchin
Oliver?
looks like
I look
if
like
Trevor
John
from
Oliver.
Grand Theft Auto were rich. Equally shitty, just a different modality of it.
God, I love the people who get so rich. They're like, well, I'm gonna let the body go because fucking who cares?
Yeah, be brave like me and do it without a lot of money.
I'm trying to see, like, I have a
Look at
joke.
Philly,
I'm like
man.
flipping through my Rolodex on how I want to insult Mnuchin right now, and I'm getting there. He looks like a melted Reagan wax statue.
He just looks like shit, bro.
I mean, yeah,
He looks like a crayon. The kids are like, you have peach? Oh, God, who uses peach?
He looks like he should be redder. Like, there's no way the standing doesn't tire him.
He looks like he's just devoid of all emotion now after years of screaming about everything. He's just been he's broken. He's a broken man.
He looks like if he put on a lab coat, he would look at his subjects and go, they're uppity today. Like, he has that energy. Like,
It was
looks like
super
he has
weird
a
when he...
350-pound wife.
He doesn't, though. He has a hot wife.
because he's a billionaire.
Not one word hot wife. That's
He's
something
Goldman
else. He has a
Sachs,
wife
right?
who's hot. What?
Isn't he Goldman Sachs?
Do you mean
Mnuchin?
Goldman Sachs?
He has golden socks, right?
Goldman Sachs isn't like a what is-
Goldman Sachs is...
Yes, what was
you
I
said
saying?
Golden
No,
Sachs.
he said Goldman Sachs.
I don't
He did.
know that you
that
did.
time he did.
I here's my thing. It is a thing that I have heard and never read specifically. So if
It's
I'm butchering it, I
Goldman
know
Sachs.
Goldman and Sachs. Is that what it's called?
Because as
It's
we
a
all
bank or
know,
something.
the people, everybody
Who have names
owns
like
the
that?
banks have the name Gold in their name.
Oh well, either way,
And they all look like the goblins in Harry Potter.
isn't it? No, dude. Like,
Now, that's me calling out J.K. Rowling.
no, I mean, here's my thing. If you were 7 years old and those movies were coming out, and you saw those guys and went, "This is I don't get it yet, but this is racist."
I don't know against who.
Oh.
Because my parents don't suck, but...
Like, yeah, like I saw exactly. Like you were like, I was gifted with the bliss of not going like, the Jews. Clearly, like I didn't.
yes, I understand.
I have a feeling that a few people wanted to make sure that the people who own this bank weren't considered white.
Well, I mean, here's the
Somebody
thing. No,
didn't
no,
like
this
that
goes down to
idea.
the books. They're literally.
I still stand by. If Italians are white, everybody's white.
No, well,
but moving on.
No, but I'm just saying, like the goblins in the
Sure,
movies
everyone's
are
white, let's
literally
do that.
exactly
Yeah,
as they're
I'm fine
described in the
with that.
books, right? Like the goblins in the movies, like they are exactly as described as in the
Oh,
books.
no, that's not Chris Columbus. That's J.K.
Yeah,
Rowling.
that's J.K. Rowling saying, like, she could have taken a whole paragraph out of the description in that scene in Gringotts and basically went, they look kind of Jewish. Like, it's kind of like how she...
I like
they got a
people
touch of the
realizing
lock.
after the
like
fact.
Nazi propaganda depictions of Jewish people.
They're like, what?
They got a touch of the locks.
Okay.
I went, they look like Nazi propaganda, like, kind of like
yeah,
depiction kind of shit. Like, that's kind of what they look like.
J.K. Rowling, she's not great.
Like, she was out
I
as
like
a
watching
bigot.
people realize that. Because a
Well,
lot of woke
no,
people
it's-
love Harry Potter.
It's sobering as shit because then you start to pick apart everything and go like, oh, yeah. It is.
Oh, she
There's
named the
only-
Asian character Cho Chang. I've done this on the
No,
podcast.
but here's
I
my
bet.
thing, though.
There's
So many
only
people do
white
exactly
people as
that it was
wizards.
lost in the ocean of people doing that. Well, at least for me when I was
No,
think
because
it's
back
funny.
back then woke wasn't as much of a thing.
Well, it was so many shows fucking did it where I was like, characters like that. I guess that's like technically culturally accurate instead of
not,
pandering is and inspired.
It just makes me laugh.
Cho Chang, and she's the singular token Asian brought up in the entirety of like the series.
As we
Like,
all know, Hagrid would be the Italian.
No, Hagrid's cool.
Hagrid
Oh,
is.
okay.
You know who inspired Hagrid? This is like one of the few
Hagrid's,
impure,
McFlynn.
untouched parts of Harry Potter lore.
The Irish giant.
What?
Hagrid's the Irish giant you just
Shrek?
talked about. Scottish.
Finn McCool.
Well, no, he was inspired. No, he
Steve
like the
McCool?
character was inspired.
Finn McCool.
Steve
And it's not
McQueen.
spelled M-C-C-O-O-L. It's M-A-C-C-U-M-H-A-I-L.
Ripping that out.
Jesus, I tried to
probably
follow
the
the spelling,
vocab.
and my brain went.
You know how Donald Gleason's name is spelled Dom Hall Gleason?
Oh, Donald or Donald,
It's Donald Gleason.
the guy
is
in
his name.
First Order going.
Yeah, him.
Okay, cool.
You know how his name is spelled Dom Hall, but it's actually pronounced Donald?
Donald.
Donald, yeah.
Okay,
Donald
cool. I'm
Gleason.
just making sure.
Donald Duck?
Yep.
Donald Fuck.
Ted Fuck's cousin.
But
But Donald
we had like
Fuck.
the
No, we're doing this. We're doing at least 15 minutes of Donald Fuck, dude.
Donald Fuck, dude. The point. Well, dude. First of all,
Dude,
Donald Fuck is just Howard the Duck.
Donald Fuck.
Donald Fuck is just Howard the Duck. Any
Do you ever wonder why I don't wear pants? It's for speed.
so I can start
I
fucking
fuck- I fuck.
immediately.
You're looking awful goofy. That is Goofy choking on cock, folks.
No, hold on. There.
Why do you think
What's his son's name? Goofy's son.
Can you do a deck? Can you do?
know.
Can you do Donald Duck?
I can.
No, but words in that.
Like, give me a second.
No.
I gotta tune it out.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
No, it's because you gotta subtly do the.
Do you know why? I want him to do the Joker. Do you know how I got to talk like this? Because I'm always full of cum.
Because I'm eating a lot of pussy.
Because I'm always clearing my throat from all the cum.
All I could do is that.
Hey,
yeah.
girl, you look like a flower. Oh, which one? Daisy, because I'm about to fuck you.
Damn, girl.
It is Daisy Duck, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes. Fact
Hey,
check.
baby, are you real small? Because I'm about to fuck you like you're mini.
My favorite thing in the universe is making Minnie Mouse say fucked up shit with a Minnie Mouse impression.
It's
It's my
pretty
favorite.
good.
Oh.
It's the easiest one there is.
Your payments have been a little light lately. Oh, you know, it'd be funny if I came over here and took your daughter's skull and introduced it to the curb. Wouldn't it be terrible? Oh. What if I made it so the street cleaners
Well,
didn't clean your
gosh,
daughter's
Mickey, you
brain?
said I could be a few months late on the rant.
Or Kermit the
How about I
Frog.
introduce you to my? How about I introduce your daughter to Donald Fuck? Huh? Would you like that?
Come for your daughter, Chuck.
Hey, Mickey, where's your
My
daughter?
name is Donald, and I like to duck. My
This is
name
Duck.
is Duck, and I like to fuck.
My name is Donald, and I like to fondle people who don't want it.
I just got unelected as president.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got a corkscrew penis, so they can't leave.
Do you know where you were when you found out ducks have corkscrew penises?
I'm about to treat your pussy like an ornery wine bottle.
If I can't get it out with the corkscrew, I will use.
You ever been crazy, Straw?
Where were you when you realized the ducks evolved to rape better? Because they did.
In a duck sanctuary.
Honestly, when he evolved is when he went
Where's
from
he gonna
Donald
go?
Duck to Donald Fuck.
And that's when the biggest duck came up to you and said, "My name is Duck."
And I like to Donald. Fuck, you can't leave. It doesn't matter if it's a good line.
That fact has the same energy as when you found out dolphins are the rapists of the sea.
They also rape. Dolphins also rape.
Rapists of the sea.
It's like Pirates of Penzance, but a little different. See if you can spot the differences.
See,
I
at
am
the point
very
where
model of I'm gonna rape you.
I am the very model of a modern.
I am
Dolphin
the very
rapist?
model of a rapist, dolphin rapist. I don't know.
Well, to get dolphins back,
I will take my prehensile cock and stick it in all your holes.
There you go. To get
I am the very model of a Marino rape monster.
that is why Britain invented the Chinese to get back at.
They
dolphins for
invented
rape.
that like in a factory.
What?
I'm just saying things that Austin believes. So-
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Is that just insane and you're saying he believes it? Or is that. Does he think the British people invented the Chinese?
Does he just like, do people just say
No,
facts
he
to him and he goes, "Sounds right to me"? Like,
I mean, there
somebody
are
shouts it to him from YouTube. Very different.
Black Israelites do think that white people were created by an evil black scientist.
I could.
I'd watch that
honestly.
HBO show.
White
I
people
just go to
were
a street
created
corner
by-
in many cities.
No, white people were created by capitalism. We know that.
Or white people
What
make
sure
capital. One of the two.
of capitalism
No,
for capitalism.
No, white people were.
Why'd you say
Capitalism
the C word?
created white people.
Oh damn it! I can't say the c word. Cunt. We'll just say cunt. Pretend I said.
What
cunt.
is the other C word?
Capitalism. Because you're here, Kellen, the other C word.
It's bad, you know.
Cunt or capitalism?
No, cunts are nice.
Anyways, Donald fuck.
Donald. Okay, so my favorite thing about Donald Fuck is that it justifies the no pants thing. It really just makes that. It really
It's a
does.
speed issue. Really.
But like, could we seriously like
It's
talk about
if
Goofy?
Donald fuck still has a cloaca, so he gets DP'd.
I don't think the
And
male
he's
ducks have.
also
spit roasted?
docking at the same time.
I don't think male ducks have cloacae.
They do. I think so.
No, I think.
What is
I,
a-
I
is a
thought only
female
females
duck
had
a-
cloacae.
What is a female duck
Cloaca.
a swan?
No, I know cloaca is the singular. I believe
No,
cloacae.
cloaca is the plural.
Is it?
Yeah.
Eh.
What
How many
Pokemon is
cloaca-
a
What? Neither of us speak Latin. What are we doing?
A group of cloaca is called an ewe.
I have seen.
Gross.
Do you know that there are Skyrim mods? So that
Oh, yes, I probably.
So you
For
can
that,
play as
yeah, for
Donald
that.
For the cloaca, yeah.
Yes, yes, because technically lizard people like the Argonians would have cloaca fix.
Cloaca, whatever plural you need it
I don't
to
know.
be.
I don't know if there's mods. I have seen people online complaining about how the naked mods in Skyrim give the lizard people mammal genitals, and that's a problem for them.
They're like, I like my
I would like
cold-blooded
my
mammals
deviant
smooth
art.
like Ken dolls.
I'd like my deviant art to be anatomically correct.
Hey, didn't you ever have a joke about how snakes fuck? And did you ever look into it to find an answer?
Yeah, it's cloaca based. They
Oh,
both
okay.
have cloacas.
Well, there you
Okay,
go.
I guess if you looked up how snakes fuck.
I'm surprised how relevant and accurate what I just threw at you.
I don't think that birds have cloacas.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
But a duck could have up to almost a 3-foot penis.
Good for them.
Yeah, but it's coiled, so it's not bigger than mine.
If my dick
It's a
was coiled, who
spring-
knows?
No, it's a slinky situation. So yeah, when it starts
Can it
out,
go
the
downstairs?
slinky is not that big, probably.
If
No,
I,
but
if
it
I had
can-
a slinky dick, you know I'd be throwing that shit downstairs.
It's like
You
like
need
a
the other
slinky and a
end to
Rubik's
get it to
cube.
roll
I'll be
over.
fine.
You would be doing somersaults.
No, his
I'm
dick works
gifted,
like a
I'll be
Jacob's
fine.
ladder. It can flip around on him.
I'm gifted. I'll be
Jacob's
fine.
ladder, I'm convinced are magic. Just so we're
Oh,
clear.
of course, black magic. What does Austin think of a Jacob's ladder? He's probably got some interesting opinions about why it's called Jacob's.
Austin's just a 12th century peasant. He's like, the sunset. There's an eclipse. The devil's here.
You know, it must have been hyped to be a conspiracy
Oh,
theorist in the
God.
12th century.
My daughter got her period. Time to give her to Ox.
You think it's a
It's called
coincidence?
Jacob's ladder because you climb down into hell.
You think it's a coincidence the sun sets at the same time every day?
It doesn't. It's off by minutes.
I don't know what these minutes you speak of, sir.
It
'Cause
has
No.
nothing to do with a Jacob's ladder.
No.
I only want a St. Andrew's cross.
all I know is that God whispered into my ear that Jacob's Ladder is a good movie.
I only know that God whispered into my ear, and then he bit it a little, and I was okay with it.
And he did this thing where
I'd
he
fuck
sucked in my
God.
earlobe, and I went, "That's different."
I'd fuck God. Would you fuck God?
Yeah.
I'm sure he would know what to do.
Of course, I know that God's a woman.
That's good.
Nice.
Have you ever seen those shirts that say "Met God, she's black"?
That's great.
That's not gonna fix anything. Also, if God were a lady in black, the world wouldn't look like this.
Why are white people way on the up?
Right, I think she's. I think God's got some issues.
Or hear me out.
She's got to learn to self-love.
Or hear me out. He treats us kind of like a clockmaker treats his watch. He's kind of just makes a watch. And he's like, "All right, go. I don't give a fuck."
Yeah,
you."
God's not real, bud. Except he is, and he's all of us.
clocks aren't real, so.
You know what I hate?
Yeah.
A broken clock's right twice a day. No, it's not because it's always telling the fucking shut the fucking. It probably
No,
not,
but it is right twice a day.
but it's not.
Yes, yeah, it is.
No.
Whatever time it's showing, that time happens twice a day.
Technically, it's not that time though.
It is when it's that
Yes,
time.
it is.
If your clock breaks,
We all talk ourselves in the corner sometimes.
are you
No way.
thinking of a digital clock?
No, I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking about
It's just dark. What are you? There's no time called dark.
He gave you an
And
hour.
don't give me that plug it in bullshit because you can't make me. No, I mean a clock that's
That's
working
what
but is
General
off by 10
Electric
minutes.
wants me to do. Plug it in.
That's not a broken clock. That's a clock that you didn't set right.
Now it's my fault.
Oh, you're under the assumption that it's like a minute ahead all the time.
That's not broken.
in some perspectives it is.
No, because there was a clock in my high school that went ahead 1 minute every day, and that was a big pain in the ass towards the end of the year because it was
Okay. Was the clock? The clocks in my high school were digital.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
had digital, you
Mister, I had digital clocks in my house.
My elementary school had analog clocks. By the time we learned how to read them, we were in middle school.
My college had analog clocks. Just so
Do you
we're
guys know
clear.
a grown person that can't
Yeah,
read a
my
non-analog
college cost
clock?
less to build than my high school.
No, can I ask you this question? Do you guys know a
Ouch.
full grown adult that doesn't know how to read a normal clock?
My
Kylie,
sister.
yeah.
I know.
Oh, is it just women?
I was gonna say I know 2. Now I know 3.
No, she knows how, but she's
But it
like,
takes her a second,
It takes
right?
her a second, so she's like. It
Is that-
also takes me a second, to be fair. If it doesn't have
Oh,
the
yeah.
numbers, if it doesn't have at least fucking noon, 9, 12 in that shit, then it'll take me a second. But if it's got at least that, then I'm okay.
No, yeah, no.
Hold
My
on.
sister can read
Hold on,
it. But
let me do something.
She
Let
has
me
to
check.
look at it. And
6 times 6.
What?
6 times 6.
32? No. I'm not
6,
even close.
36.
Yeah, see?
36,
See?
come on.
See? Yes. See, me and Kellen are the same type of person. We're like, we are the kind of thing where like we can like look at a clock that doesn't have numbers on it and go like, brr, and also we memorize multiplication couple like shit like that because
my
that's the
first
kind
guess
of
was going to be 36. I thought it was too easy that it ended in
7
a
times
6.
7.
What? That's 49.
Okay. 8 times 8.
These are the easy
64,
ones.
'cause
dude.
8 and 8 went to the
These
store and bought a
ones-
Nintendo
These ones are the
64.
easy ones.
7 times 4.
7 times 4. I don't know.
You're
28.
stalling. You're stalling.
28. I said 28.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I said 28.
I said it at the
He
same
said
time.
28
fucking
when you
play
when
it
you
back.
repeated the
I'm not
fucking multiple.
I'm gonna assume
What?
6 times 8.
That's a fucking hard one.
42. Come on, like
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're an excellent driver.
Anybody else want to know what temperature it is in here?
You want to know the
Too hot.
temperature in Bogota, Colombia?
I can list every capital. All right.
It's Bogota.
Did you guys
Capital
have
of Colombia?
to? Did you guys do the? Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Did you guys do the 50 states song when you were in middle school?
Yes.
No, I grew up in Mexico.
Oh, like I go on. I got this.
I didn't know it was mandatory learning for fucking.
Sacramento, California.
No.
Hold on, Montgomery.
The capitals. You're doing the
Montgomery, Alabama, Juneau, Alaska, Phoenix, Arizona,
No.
Little
not
Rock,
for the
Arkansas.
capitals, just the state
That's the
song.
middle. That's the states
Oh,
and the
the
capital.
bridge. That's the bridge. Of the,
Yeah, the bridge was what I remembered, and I was
Okay.
like, let me get in the rhythm of the song again. That's why I started with the.
You know, it goes so, I forget.
JBR.
Does it start in Alaska or
Yeah.
is it alphabetical?
No, it starts
Yeah.
with Montgomery, Alabama, Juneau,
No, the
Alaska.
Alabama, Arkansas. That's where you fuck your sister. And then I think that's it. I think that's all the lyrics.
Alabama,
they didn't bother with the
Arkansas.
That's what I was doing. Wasn't it?
I know my song.
All right, you're officially the most
That
retarded
fucking
here.
song that makes me sad.
You're the most retarded one here. Tyler, hand up your glasses. It's time.
Hand me your glasses, fuckface.
Okay, here you go, man.
Montgomery,
Everything's
Alabama,
slightly
Juneau,
yellow
Alaska,
now.
Phoenix, Arizona,
They
Little
pinched
Rock,
my-
Arkansas,
so-
Sacramento, California, Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Those are
Slightly
to-
wrong white balance, yeah.
Those are to prevent. That's why all my tapes have been fucked up. Those are to prevent my headaches that I get from staring at a screen all day. But they're too tight on my face, so they just give me a different headache because they pinch my temples.
Warning: side effects may be worse than the symptoms.
Yeah, so I need to go find fat face people.
Why don't you
to
just
make
drink
some
water
glasses.
and then go to bed? That's what I do about
Drink
headaches.
so much fucking water. It's because I'm not drinking caffeine this month. So I
What?
get mad headaches.
You gave up alcohol and
Alcohol and
caffeine?
caffeine.
That's nuts,
You're
dude.
stupid.
I lost 7 pounds.
I don't care. It's not
and I
worth it.
haven't shit. So
I was
don't know
gonna
where to
say,
go.
dude, like, first of all, no life without it's not worth
I
living,
eat
no
dates.
matter what. You could literally
You
like
barely drink caffeine.
what?
Oh, I do at work.
Oh,
Because
Diet
remember
Coke.
when I was like, I'm not as good at my job as I remember? I was housing Diet Coke because of the machine there. Now I buy Diet Coke now and I house it all day and I'm like, I'm so fast at this.
It actively made you worse.
It turns out I'm like those child soldiers who snort cocaine to be better at killing other children. I'm like that, but for video
every
editing.
other country doesn't drink as much caffeine as we do. Like
Oh,
British-
we're terrible.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, and everybody who's old is like, well, coffee built the fucking
Railroads.
skyscrapers, and I'm like, everybody else has skyscrapers, but nobody's.
They
as
built it
sad
with
as
slave
we
labor,
are.
pussy.
We fried
The
our
skyscrapers didn't
serotonin.
get built by slave labor. They got
Well,
built by
they
the
did in
Irish. Oh, in Dubai, sure.
Also,
Railroads was slave labor here.
and some of them were Irish.
Some
That
of
wasn't
them
slave labor.
No one
mostly
cares.
Chinese, though, I thought.
That wasn't technically slave labor.
America is consistently good all the time, and you should think that now that Joe Biden got elected, everything's fine.
Right, America got bad in 2016, and now it's going to be good again.
No. Well, February 20, whatever, February 14th, when Joe Biden officially gets elected.
Okay.
You just
king of
say,
Valentine's.
okay,
Hold on.
Yes, I
Kellen,
did
do you
that.
want to handle this or do you want me to?
I
I
did
don't
it
know.
on purpose. Come on.
I see. Yeah, it's credible that you would do that, but also credible that you would play it off by doing that.
Right. No, I was gonna say like February 28th or whenever.
Remember
the
to
fucking
say
day is.
hi
Okay,
to
it's
the one you love the
January
most
20th.
and welcome in a
It's
new
January
president.
20th. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I
Why
didn't
would
know
it
the
be
date.
in February?
Why would it be Valentine's Day, you fucker?
That was the joke. Was I thought it was in
Okay,
February?
so you didn't
I
know.
named Valentine's Day. I
Okay.
don't know when it was.
No,
I know
this
it's
I
January
believe
20th.
this, that you didn't know, but you didn't
I
think it was
thought
Valentine's
it was in
Day.
February. I didn't know what
Again,
day.
why?
Oh,
Why? I guess the 20th of January doesn't make any fucking sense either.
Yeah.
None of it makes any sense. It's stupid. The Constitution should be burned.
Uh-oh,
Nick Cage,
he-
steal it.
he
Bring
said
it to
the
me.
C word. Uh oh.
Oh, I said the secret
Now we're
word.
gonna talk
It's
about Donald Fuck for 10
Constitution.
more minutes.
No, different bit. I'm tired of duck penis.
Okay. What other?
Oh boy, I never thought I'd say that.
What about Paw Patrol? What can we do with Paw Patrol? I don't know.
It's propaganda.
Propaganda. Propaganda for cops?
Yep.
You're a bad man.
Like how all the cops
Tyler,
in Brooklyn Nine-Nine
there's
are nice.
a blue pillow in that closet. If you sit on it, it's going to put you in
Blue
the perfect
lives
place.
don't matter.
I need to urinate like you don't even know.
Go urinate and then go find you the blue pillow.
I'm
Or
not
do
going
you
to stand up.
I was gonna do this.
I would have stood up.
You're good.
This is a great podcast.
I hate it when his joints come undone.
His joints.
I hated that a lot. What the movement you just
For
did.
those of you at home, I was on all fours and I shook my folds.
It wasn't folds. It was his ass.
I'm gonna get him that pillow. So
It was his-
vamp and plug everything.
It was
real
his
quick.
butt folds. Anyway, speaking of butt folds, I don't know where to go with that. Butt folds trio. This podcast is called It's Just Bits, and we didn't say that before. You can follow me at Cal_Frank, Kellen, at the Connor Ford, and at Senjanin, SenjaninT.
SenJANINT. Yeah,
Yeah, what I said.
on Twitter. I was just making sure. There was a lot of vowels. I don't think
Patreon.com/It's_Bits podcast.
I don't think Tyler should be considered white either. Just so
No, if your name's hard for me to pronounce, then you don't get to vote.
No. I'm just saying that either if Italians are white, everybody's white. Those are my rules.
It's an arbitrary line because Italians and Irish didn't used to be white, and then they started teaming up with black
I can't
people.
believe Irish people should
See, because it clearly has nothing to do
all the
with
time.
no, because it had nothing to
It
do with
has
skin color.
Yeah, it had everything to do with how
It had
hungry are you for
who
honey?
had to do with who owns things and who works for a living.
Yeah. How bad do you want to claw your way to the top and sacrifice everybody around you? How much do you want to
The Irish
get
and
defrauded
Italians,
by capitalism?
the Irish and the Italians as races are the same as Samuel L. Jackson and Django.
Bull. Factual, but bull.
Which means I'm allowed to say...
This has all just been about... This whole podcast has just been a justification for Kellen to say the N-word. But
I don't need permission.
I would like it, but I don't need it.
No, so that like when people said like, well, the Irish were slaves too.
We
It's
were
like, yeah,
not.
and then we were, and then they let us be white, and they didn't let black people do that. So it's different now.
That's the issue. Yeah, I think the solution to all their problems is just make black people white. And everybody else is also...
No, it's make white people black, in my opinion.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
start seasoning our food a
and
lot.
I
then-
mean
no.
blackface.
If we...
Oh my god.
If we make white people black, then white people, or then the new black people would make the old black people white, and then white people would.
No,
be the
everybody.
downtrodden
Well, we
race.
just got to make everybody working class, and then do some stuff.
commit a few wealth-based genocides.
I'm not going to advocate any actions on this program today.
No, we're gonna take a fucking moment to really love wealth-based genocide.
That's not genocide. That's
morality.
You know when you clean out your attic so you have a lot more space for healthcare?
when you clean
like
out,
imagine you had a tumor that was
You know
spending
what?
a lot of energy and not doing any work. You would cut that off and give it to a wolf.
when you clean out your attic and you find out that you can make it like a really nice office space that really brings up the value of your house. That
Like if you cleaned up your attic and took the cobwebs out by their necks, then people wouldn't have to be homeless anymore.
because there's room in the attic. A lot of
And by
room.
the attic, I mean Jeff Bezos' house. The people whose fault this is have addresses. Why aren't we there?
The people whose fault
One of my
this is
favorite
has to
stories
trust.
he told on the podcast is he was at a protest when he was like just after high school.
No,
And
he's after college, I think.
what you tell it? You're fucking here. I don't
Sure.
know. What to tell
I
you.
was in a
No,
protest.
I want to hear Connor's. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Go.
It was shortly after Trump got elected, and ICE was the big thing that everybody was mad about. Like,
I am-
I'm mad about all of them all the time.
I like
but
my water just straight, but no. Yeah. Sorry,
Yes.
it was right the fuck there.
honestly, if I
clap so it seems like I'm high fiving you. There you go. Nice.
no, if I had to drink warm water for the rest of my life, but all those people who wear green had stuff happen to them, that'd be fine. Anyway, I was at a protest, or it wasn't a huge protest. We were just in a park, basically, meeting.
medium-sized protest.
And we were
just
talking
mad.
about, what are we going to do? Gentrification's bad. There's ICE offices in Chicago. And at that point, I was like, okay, why are we here then? Let's go to those ICE offices and make some stuff happen. Because I bet there's people in there.
That shouldn't be.
I bet they're doing Nazi stuff to them.
And they're all just like, whoa, whoa.
Everybody at that rally is just like, there's Nazis right there, pointing at the Nazis. Are we gonna do anything about it? No, but they're right there.
No, because if you're violent, that makes you a Nazi. I'm very smart, and I'm worthless.
Those people that try to go like I remember like you just like, oh, punch Nazis, and like, well, no one should be punching anyone.
Yeah.
We should be punching the Nazis. I don't know.
Fascism is when
they
you do
shot
mean
Nazis.
politics, right? Like
Yeah.
if you do politics but you're mean, that's fascism.
Well, like not like my whole thing is like it's so fucking hilarious. It's literally a Mel Brooks satire how he went from like the hatred of Nazis being the most American thing ever to being the most American thing ever is being kind of a Nazi. It's kind of fucking crazy.
No, it's like we get these stories shoved down our throat left and right. Is like everybody in Germany is like, careful, you could be a Nazi. The Nazis never thought they were Nazis, and now everybody is like, well, it's not us. And I'm like, but that's okay.
Like the only difference between
Did I
like
tell you about my mom? She got a hat, Trump 2024. This was before
the
Trump
election.
lost.
Right, so now people
So
think
it
that's
was
not
for-
super fucked up.
Yeah,
No,
right.
it was before. Yeah, now, but before this was
Because
a
if he
month
had
before
won
he lost,
two things.
She wanted him to be a 3-term president.
No, yeah. It means two things. Either A, you were rooting for him to lose,
and then
or you were like, he's gonna big dick his way
By
to
the way, the last president people wanted to have 3 terms was FDR, and he saved the country from a depression.
This guy
All Trump
effectively
did was, like,
gave half
fuck
its
the
country
whole-
depression.
Zinga.
Donald Fuck is still my favorite bit.
That's going to be his new persona on the Trump News Channel. Oh, I'm not Donald Trump. I'm Donald Fuck.
The TNT. Trump
I'm
News-
bald and have a beard now.
Did everyone else get yeah?
It's gonna be TNT Trump News Channel.
No. Did anybody else get really sobered up by the victory of it, just realizing that like, yeah, he's lost, but now he's just gonna create his own news
That's,
group.
Yeah.
No, that's a very good thing. Because I don't want Trump to be president. I want him to be on TV forever.
Yeah, right. Think about
Everybody who's like, I can't stand him. No, that guy's amazing to watch. Remember how he got so excited that the big football boys were coming to his house and he made him a big feast at McDonald's?
it's one of those things
fucking
where
hilarious.
you want to be able to
Fucking
enjoy his entertainment
D1
value
athletes
at no
at a bunch of
consequence. to
McDonald's.
They were
yourself.
fucking thrilled about it.
Yeah, put a bunch of McDonald's for D1 athletes.
What, you
Like,
think Trevor Lawrence wasn't like, yeah, we fucking triggered the libs on that one.
No, like
He has COVID now. Probably deserves it.
dude, that's like the craziest
Trevor
thing
from
about the
WKK?
whole situation is the
Yeah.
fact that like now we'll be able to watch him and enjoy all of his ridiculous entertainment value,
if he's
not
alive,
at the expense of the future of the country.
If
now.
he's
Yeah,
alive
right. We
in-
get to watch Joe Biden for that.
if he's alive
Yeah,
in
it's a
2024,
shift of focus, yeah.
You guys know that if he's alive in 2024, Republicans are running him again, right?
I don't think they will.
I think they will.
I think they got
Trump-
what they wanted from him.
Oh yeah, they did. They bled him dry, and now they have no reason to drag him across because he doesn't want to.
I don't know. I think that if we did, if they ran him again, he would get absolutely fucking obliterated because everybody.
He almost won again
Yeah, right. Yeah.
after presiding over.
if he did 2024, it would just repeat.
well, the Electoral College thought of that, so. I literally right when they announced that
I
Joe
saw
Biden
your
won-
blood pressure jump.
We should change the subject. You're on a casting couch. How does that feel?
It's one of those
that
things.
door
where,
is
like,
locked.
It's nice. It's just nice to be wanted. No. I always
wanna
see
be
those
appreciated.
casting couch videos, and I'm always kind of like, man, that guy is dedicated to getting the same angle every time.
That dude.
That dude's dedicated to fucking chicks. And he got the
Yeah,
camera.
but that's got to get old. And after a while, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna start taking a full fucking like appreciation to
That's how
the.
Tarantino started.
fucking jigs.
You can only see so many toes and suck on so many toes, and you're like, I want to fuck with the lighting of this.
I want to suck
like
this
that-
toe
I-
in grayscale.
I like a lot about Tarantino. I also dislike a lot about Tarantino, but I do like that he's just like, I'm into feet, whatever.
Yeah, it's like
no,
in
but
the
he's
feet-
not. He's not. He's not. I'm into feet. He just gets weird about feet in his movies. If he were to say,
No, he
I'm
said
into
it.
feet, has he? Because I remember an
pretty
interview
sure
where someone
he's-
got mad at him. Or he got mad about it, I thought.
Pretty sure.
Oh
If-
no.
If
I think
Tarantino
he
had
got
said
mad
that,
people
fine.
constantly ask him about.
Yeah,
it.
that's what he does.
I think he's came out. and
Okay,
been
stop
like, yeah, I like
constantly
feet,
putting
dude.
weird foot shots in your movies.
Yeah, no.
Do you think that he like? Do you think that that Uma Thurman wore open-toed shoes to the interview, and he was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, right. That's all.
I
or just
think
barefoot.
that
He
you-
was like, "You're hired. Don't even talk."
I think that it's weird that he uses being a director to get to touch many exotic feet. I bet
I
the
mean,
actresses aren't into
Kellen, I'm gonna ask you the question:
How's your foot acting? My foot acting?
No. Let me ask you this question.
For the waist up the scene?
In terms of things directors are
but I'm
being
looking
able
now.
to do by taking advantage of the thing.
It's not the worst. No.
Yeah, it's far from. It's like, I'll touch your feet. You won't sexually assault. Oh, take them.
Yeah, no,
shit,
but when
you know?
Quentin Tarantino does it, it's a little bit
Quentin
sexual.
Tarantino wakes up every morning and thinks about quitting directing to work at Foot Locker.
You know, there's a scene in
I'm gonna
Death
keep
Proof
talking.
where Kurt Russell massages someone's feet, and in order to set up that shot, Kurt Russell was there, but Quentin Tarantino used his hands to set up the shot. And I gotta imagine everyone there was like, he's just doing this? He's not even, this is 97. This is Grindhouse.
Yeah.
He's not even who he is now.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm gonna stop this movie set so I can lay hands on those feet.
Pause. Everyone leave. Not you.
Cut, everybody take 5. Except
And
your
I
feet.
like that
You
she
can
ended up
leave,
playing
your
Ramona
feet have to
Flowers
stay.
because Quentin Tarantino, if he were our age, would absolutely tell a woman, "You remind me of Ramona Flowers."
Oh yeah, like if he was 19 now.
Well, we should
yes.
go. We should go to Foot Locker and see if there's anybody
And just look at
that's
some-
really good at directing.
Look at some
there.
tootsies.
Dude, you want an opportunity?
Just go to Foot Locker. Be like,
You want to be the next Tarantino? Do you hate women but love their feet?
here's a camera. You have an hour. Can you make me Reservoir Dogs?
I feel
Not
like
a lot of
Kill Bill
feet
was
in
just
that.
made because he was like, I don't hate
yeah, 'cause
women.
he
I made
just-
Kill Bill.
He's like,
It's
this
his
is my big break.
His first
I'm
one. He couldn't do.
Downplay the feet.
And then immediately doing the twist in Pulp Fiction.
I think Jackie Brown was just.
Yeah.
I think.
I thought, but Pulp Fiction was before Jackie Brown.
Nope.
Yeah.
It followed Pulp Fiction.
No.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
the
that's
same
what
thing. We said
we're
the
all
same
saying.
What?
Jackie
Pulp
Brown,
Fiction came before Jackie Brown.
That's what you said?
Yeah.
I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I thought you said it
Yeah.
came after, and I'm
Pulp
dumb, and I
Fiction-
apologize.
I just know that I came last
I don't know.
because
either.
I don't come quick.
Nice.
Jelly.
Compton Tarantino.
Inglorious Best turds. It's a weird one.
It's the same movie, but they're all fecal matter.
Really?
You didn't see Brad Pitt's feet in it at all.
I didn't see that.
You see the girl, the Shoshana.
There is a very important
that
foot
one.
scene
There is in every single one.
where the lady from National Treasure gets her foot real grabbed by Hans Landa.
Amazing.
Maybe I think I like Quentin Tarantino so much it's insulting that I'm not into feet.
You're like, I'm doing him a disservice by not just
I think I'm gonna
sucking
get
on
into
toes
feet.
every night.
I like the idea of.
I'm
a
gonna
guy,
get into feet.
Yeah, I like the idea of a guy who's like getting into sexual fetishes. He's like the same way that we would like. I think I'm gonna pick up softball. He's like, I think I'm gonna pick up BDSM. I'm kind of
You know what I'm gonna pick up?
thinking about it.
I want to get pegged. Just like, it's poker game. All
right, don't get too
Does
real.
that mean you're calling or what the fuck?
I've been googling pegging a lot. I think I'm gonna get into.
Okay, well you're the big blind, so can we?
All right, there's 3 aces.
I would like to be blindfolded during it. Yes.
There's 3 aces showing. I'd like to see what the river shows.
Okay, how about this? If I win this next hand, you get to peg me. I don't want to peg you. Okay.
It's not pegging if I do it. You don't know what pegging is, Jeff.
It's not pegging if I have an actual penis.
Oh no, it would be. You would. We'll figure it out.
I assume a strap-on situation where your dick is fucking the back of my balls.
Well, that's just gay sex. You know?
The strap-on.
Honey, I brought you muffins. What are you talking about?
Honey, you might want to take a U-turn on this.
Fucking my friends.
Honey, honey, either you tape some of these chips together and you go to town, or you get out.
This is what Republicans think that gay people do. They're like, I think I'm gonna be gay.
Those homosexuals
You know what?
blowing each other day and night.
You know what?
Homosexuals.
I think I'm gonna cut my penis off. I just feel it, you know.
What do you think I did 2 weeks ago?
I always, it cracks me up when they talk about surgery like that. And they're like, they cut their penises off. I'm like, you don't have a doctor do it. Like a
just
guy
like-
who's smarter than
Have
us
you ever
goes, I'll do
watched
it.
the surgery video?
No.
No, there's an animated version.
What the fuck?
Also, I don't want to.
But I just told you that horses kill each other. So
I assumed
That
they
sounds
did.
like a fun fact.
Two things. There's a site called Nature is Metal. Nature is Metal is the one where you see horses kill each other.
Yeah, don't tell me what the subreddit is where you
It's
get
not
to
a Reddit.
watch bottom surgery.
I don't care.
I don't want to
No,
see
no, no,
either
no.
one. fun.
You don't watch bottom surgery. There's an
it's
animated
animated.
video. So it's like
Don't-
just sex ed video.
Still don't want to. I
It's
still gonna
very
look at that and go,
informative.
that would be
Who's
bad
the
for me.
narrator? Fucking
It's
the
very
John
informative.
Waters? Like, what
There's
the
no
fuck?
narrator because I probably couldn't get anybody.
But it is yakety sax in the background.
It's Christopher Walken, and this is what
It
made
is. They
Pull it
turned
back.
their dick.
And at this point
You
in
guys
the
work-
surgery, they removed the penile tissue.
They don't remove it. They turn it inside out.
I know how it works.
Like,
Sock?
yeah, I guess like a sock.
By the way, this you know how people be like, it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, or you know, if God wanted people to be gay, he wouldn't have made dicks not meld. You know, the biological thing.
Yeah, idiots.
Yeah, so right, but it's very smart if you respond to them and go, if God didn't want bottom surgery to work, he wouldn't have left that bit of space behind your dick. God clearly intended this.
If God didn't want bottom surgery to work, he wouldn't have let us figure it out.
If God didn't want trans men to get top surgery, why'd he give all men nipples?
But you should come back as counter and just be like, well, but if the parents decide at 3 years old that they need to transition their child. Then just
Yeah, I don't agree with people being trans unless their parents force it on them. A thing that happens.
the libertarian equivalent of the trans argument.
What do you... Never mind.
What?
I was going to say, what do you think the age for the surgery should be? But I feel like that's a slippery
This
slope.
tonight on
surgery?
60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Older?
Is it 18?
Like 18, yeah.
18?
No, but there's all kinds of shit you can do
vote and
before
go
the
to
surgery.
war. You
You can-
fucking dress
If you
however the
can
fuck
kill
you're
another
doing.
person
No,
from
but
another
there's also-
country,
you
you
can
can
take-
get boobs.
There's
And
reversible
if your
medication.
parents sign for it,
You can take medication that just stops puberty. Because especially if you're
usually
trans
that.
women, if you go through male puberty, that's hard to reverse. But if you take puberty blockers until you turn a certain age, then you like the certain bone structure, and you see how my voice is deep and sexy and caramely because I'm a man. That doesn't happen.
You have no idea how much I wanted your voice to crack there. Like,
Oh, it
'cause
would've
I'm
been
a
great, huh?
man.
I don't know. If your parents sign off it, I think the youngest you can do is for that shit. It's like 13.
I don't know,
If your
dude. I'm
parents
not a
sign
fucking
off
doctor.
That's
Also,
I don't know how kid brain work.
Also, let me ask you this question, guys. Do you think,
I just know how to touch it.
John, do you think 13-year-old you should be the fucking pilot on fucking
No, but
anything?
if your parents, if so, the goal here would be 13-year-old you is like, I'm a woman, and both of your parents are like, we kind of figured, what do you want to do about this? And the kid's like, I'd really love to be a woman, and then they'd be like, all right, we'll do the medication for now, and yada yada yada. But what's gonna happen? The thing that everybody's gonna tout is like some shit ass parents with some shit ass kid. The kid's gonna be like, I'm a woman, and the parents are gonna be like, anything to make you shut up, sweetie.
Right. Yeah. So because of shitty parents,
Yeah.
now all trans people have to go to the wrong
Exactly.
prisons and hold their piss in public.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Jesus,
the issue is,
way to
the
lemony
issue-
snicket left turn that shit for
No,
me.
No,
So-
that's what they think. No, because
No.
What do you mean? No, I'm making it obvious the consequences of people being shitty.
No,
Oh, I know.
So
it just
in a
was
land
so
where
real,
you're
so
free-
fast. I was like, oh. That was my whole thing. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just. Yeah, but it would suck ass to block it all till you're 18 because then you have to go through puberty as a dude when you're a chick and just be like, well, that's fucking bullshit.
No, but if you use puberty
I
blockers,
know,
you don't.
but if you, but those shit parents is the argument. It's just,
You know, they like Sopranos back in the day, like in singing days, they'd be like, man, that sounds really good. Cut his balls off so it stays. Like,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a real practice. It's
No,
like,
they,
what the shit?
we're in right now what we call progress. Because back in the day, they just fuck kids, and they were just like, "Yeah, Socrates fucked kids. So does everybody."
Yeah, I think mainly the ruling class fucked kids then, and they still do now.
Yeah,
so.
those are the only people who matter.
Because
Well, they're still
people-
fucking kids now.
Ruling
So
class 2024. Woo woo.
you don't have to do that campaign. They will win.
Get a little pennant that just says ruling class. Woo!
people read it and go, what the fuck?
That's called being a conservative.
Who do you think's gonna win? The Broncos or the Steelers? Ruling class. Woo! Oh, yeah, I guess.
No, this
What's
is
that
called
score
being a
numerology?
conservative.
You're going to a football game, and instead of rooting for either team, you're rooting for the guy who owns the team.
God, there are freaks that do that.
Like, woo, good, yeah.
Woo!
Well, the only
Woo!
person
Top of the meritocracy, baby.
go
From the bottom of the marathon.
I'm not an idiot.
Elon Musk. I still stand by Elon Musk.
I don't know why.
No matter what he does, he's amazing.
I saw a thing that was shared by
he made
a crazy
car I like.
Connor, I saw a thing that was.
So did
The
Henry
guy who
Ford.
made- No, I don't.
I want to run this by you because you're the one who goes, yeah, I heard about that. Fuck, what the hell? I saw a post that was like shared by a crazy conservative that was just like
Austin?
evidence that Biden
I hope he doesn't listen.
no, it was
Biden?
like it was like
You can
Fuck
listen,
you,
I don't give a shit
Joe.
about them.
it was like Elon Musk having an affair with someone.
I don't know, probably did.
It was like, oh shit, who the
Good for
fuck was
him.
it?
No!
I support it.
It was like Joe Biden.
That'd be one of the least bad things he's ever done.
What is the bad stuff that
when
Elon's
his parents
done? Let me
die,
hear.
he should get the emerald
Being
mine.
the heir to an apartheid emerald mine is pretty bad.
Wait, hold on.
You didn't know that?
Well, hold on. I think
He
I do.
went to the United States with pockets full of emeralds that had been dug up with slave labor, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's an epic scientist, man! You fucking morons!"
Yeah, he started with
time out.
bunch of money.
I never thought that of him, but I also never knew about the emeralds. You're telling me he
didn't?
blood diamond his way through the tech world?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why he bought
He
the
started
title.
with
No, listen to
so
this.
much
He's
money.
he has the title of co-founder of Tesla because he bought it. If you're impressed with Tesla and SpaceX, be impressed with the scientists who did it, not the fucking dullard that owns them.
He's pretty smart.
No, he's not. He's a fucking moron. Elon Musk is dumber than us
I disagree. I've heard him
because you're dumber than me,
I've heard him
and you're still smarter than Elon Musk.
This is a horrible vicious cycle, isn't it?
I don't know, man.
I've heard
This
him
kid's a
speak.
Wi-Fi
He's
password.
really fucking smart, man.
Why do you think that?
Because he makes smart big boy business moves, and he's making us fight.
Does
for...
he? Does having a shitload of money make you smart? Not making a shitload of money. His father did that with slaves.
To be fair, the original Tesla was made out of a Porsche body, and they had to change 98% of the Porsche body for the original Tesla because they fucked up so bad. That's why the first
Great
Teslas
company. Great company. How about you have one of your rockets blow up or one of your cars? You muskrat.
I still like Tesla.
Fine. That's fine.
And I also
It's
wanna
not. He
buy
didn't
his
do
car.
anything that makes it good. He
Guys,
just won't let them unionize.
Unsubscribe to our Patreon and put that money towards a Tesla. Is what
No,
I'm saying,
no.
right?
Put that money towards a guillotine. They're cheaper than Teslas.
Dude, you're gonna get so mad when I go $50,000 into debt to buy a Model 3.
You do what you want. I don't. It's not like your business choices are not going to make Elon more or less rich.
No, I'm gonna put a sign that says this Tesla runs on liberal tears on the back, and you'll know that it's
I don't like libs either.
I don't know what I am.
gay.
What do you think I am?
Lib.
Come on, no matter how you feel about the gay agenda, that was hilarious.
Wait, what'd you say?
You said you don't know what you are, and he said gay.
Oh, yeah.
No, see, the thing is, Connor, we've heard that joke from you today.
From middle school till now.
Where does apathy leave me?
Where most of America is unreachable by the Democratic Party because they're idiots.
Yeah.
They being the Democrats in this conversation.
Yeah, right. They're idiots. You are them. Yeah, we're idiots.
No, I'm not them.
No. You misunderstood the joke I was making. Democrats, take two. Democrats as a whole go like, huh,
It's Democritus.
they're idiots. And then they go like, no, you are them. And they're like, yeah, we're idiots.
Yeah.
That's what I wasn't saying. No, yeah.
I'm going
Do you love all these Facebook posts now that it's like, oh, remember when you were losing your mind? Like, he's my president, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Well, remember that now. Yeah.
It's like, remember how we were total assholes for 4 years? Can't do it to us. You're a hypocrite.
They were like,
See, and as I said, you're allowed to be mean to bad people.
but see, the thing that sucks about that is, to bad people, we're bad people.
Yeah, they're wrong.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
To them, it doesn't. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, so then you win is what you have to do.
Yeah,
Or
but-
more likely, you lose and the
Dude,
world remains bad.
Stormtroopers thought they were cool guys. That doesn't mean they're cool guys.
I mean,
I was
they're
talking
pretty
about
cool.
Nazi stormtroopers, just so we're clear.
Yeah, no, stormtroopers in Star Wars are cool guys.
They are cool guys. They can't hit a
Rad.
shot, but they're cool.
Yeah.
They're
They're
honestly
like
the source
Kobe
of most
when
joy.
compared to Michael Jordan.
You realize that meme comes from when they were shooting at people who they wanted to flee because they'd put a tracking device on the ship. Earlier in that same movie, someone says these blast points are too precise for sand people, meaning that they're accurate because they were stormtrooper shots. Stormtroopers are good shots, just not in that scene because they weren't supposed to be.
Can you
there's a lot
finish
of
in
other-
what
but there's
I'm
a lot of
about to
other
say
instances, though.
before I say it?
What?
Can you fill in what I'm about to say to
Before
you?
you say it.
I was going to say, it's a wonder you never got laid in high school.
But since then,
Fair Fair, but counterpoint.
You know what my
God, I
rule
have
with those
one-
kind of rules?
Yeah, they weren't making shitty sequels when I
But
was
you
in high
want to know
school.
what my ruling
I
is?
have one like extra
On that
long nose
is if
hair.
the main person who came up with it can literally go like, "Oh yeah, I intended it." Otherwise, I'm like, okay.
I also don't care about canon. Like, I don't care about the...
My canon is just like if you go up to the person that was like building it in their head and then making it into a thing. Like, were you thinking about it when it happened? I was thinking about 80
I care
things.
about, like,
I wasn't
Civil
thinking about
War
that.
canon.
I was thinking about a tracking device. They knew they couldn't get hit in that scene. Like that's all I fucking knew. And then it was like the next day. That shoot
I
almost
care
killed
about
me.
Napoleonic cannons, like Civil War style.
I think those are probably similar to Civil War ones. That was about the same time, right?
Off by 100, but no,
18?
yeah.
No, it wasn't. Maybe 20, not 100.
Yeah,
Civil and French.
Not the French Revolution. Napoleon.
Napoleon was 18 something.
That's what
It was the
meant.
same century as the Civil
Yeah,
War.
and then Civil War was like 18.
I've had a lot of scotch, so
1860 to 1865 was the Civil War.
I'm sorry.
God, I
you
don't
know
like
what
that
I'm
you
doing?
can just fucking list
Do you want to know what I'm doing? You said
1860
Civil
to
War, and my brain was like
1865.
revolutionary. Like I'm stupid.
Yeah, it's
the
about
War of
time for
1812
another.
started in 1812. 100 Years War, I don't know.
A long time. Iraq?
Over 100. Yeah, Iraq. I love that there's pictures of fathers and sons in the same war.
Oh my god.
Good country.
Oh my god. Vomits. Oh.
My mom told me a story
And
about
it's
how
true.
when 9/11 happened, my mom was like, I sure hope that they don't have a draft by the time my son's old enough to fight in this war. Well, it'll be over by then, surely. I said it last week, but dodge the draft, folks. Don't go.
Oh,
Don't be a
man.
pussy like Trump. Like, say I'm dodging the draft, and when they arrest you, be like,
I dodged the draft.
oh, look at it. You see him oppressing me, like in Monty Python.
I will just leave the country.
No, dude.
Where?
I think that's Canada. I like Canada. Have you been to Canada? It's awesome.
I mean, it's fine. I'm going to go to Ireland, though, because I'm a citizen.
That's fair. I need to get I have the ability to get Irish citizenship.
Do it now before they change
Yeah,
that.
hurry up.
The
I
problem,
don't have the passport.
My
or
thing
the
is,
documentation.
I think
Yeah, but the thing is, I wouldn't fight in the upcoming IRA war.
Well, I would.
Yeah.
Oh, I am
Are you
totally
fucking kidding
liberating
me?
our
Yeah.
Scottish brethren from those freaks in London.
But like, could we
They
also?
fuck kids. All of them. Even the poor
every
ones.
fucking
Could you even imagine feeling any shame though from just like completely abandoned? I would feel nothing. I would be
No,
like, bye.
I think-
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but
No,
people
let me
but
to be
my
clear.
friend-
If someone attacked America and they were killing Americans, I'd be like, yeah, I'll go to war for that. That's not what our military does. They just go kill
yeah,
people.
right. You're like,
if it was a war,
And
on-
my people.
like
essentially.
if there was a war in California, then I'd be like, okay, maybe I should.
You mean-
Because that war is coming to my family who's not leaving.
Now,
so I was like, let's stop this shit.
Can
in
you answer
California.
my question? Where I feel like it is, personally, I kind of feel like you believe that like if the attack and not think that it'd be like, okay, this attack happened, so that
if I
they would
didn't
have
think
a reason.
9/11 was America's fault, the war would have.
I'm just saying, I'm surprised you don't see the whole like if there was something that they attacked America where they hurt Americans, you wouldn't be like, okay, so what did this act justify? Like where was the oil? Like, you know what I mean? Tell me that
Yeah,
wouldn't
what
be how you-
Operation Northwoods
No,
shit
there hasn't
was
been a
this.
war that
But
hasn't
did you guys
been-
know about that Operation Northwoods? It was a false flag attack planned by the Kennedy White House to justify attacking some other country. Like the government had plans
Every single war
that
was
they never
because of other
executed.
reasons, yeah.
You're getting a
to-
little Alex Jonesy here.
It's
for me.
Google Operation Northwoods. I have the documentation.
All right.
but-
Well, if I can Google it. Then
But like no, like almost
I'll
every
Google it.
single war ever has always been like, man, we know it'd be really good right now.
A war.
A war, yeah. And they're like, but we can't do that. People will die. And then they pause. Could you imagine if we
Yeah,
ever-
not our kids.
Could you imagine if we cared? And then they did a war, and that's the whole reason. So when you say like, what if there's a like if there was like an attack on America and like I'd be like, I'll go to war, but I know it's not because of the like I'd be like, it's a
No,
draft.
here's the thing. I would want to defend my people. My people aren't Americans; they're the working class, and I would love to go to war with them now, but they don't want to.
against a very specific group of people.
People of the West. It starts with a B and it ends with an bourgeoisie. Ready for the rest of my rap?
That was an excellent start for a communist manifesto rap.
I'm not gonna do the rest of it. I can't.
What was who's the guy who came into
Lenin.
Congress and was just like, here's all the communist people, and it was just a list.
Oh, McCarthy.
Yeah.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
McCarthyism, yeah.
I'm making it easy on his successor.
Yeah. This guy's communist. He fucking has it on his Facebook, dude.
Sir, are you a communist? I sure hate the BUs. Whatever.
Yeah,
Communists,
yeah.
communists
To
are
the U.
famously drunks too. So.
B
Like-
to the U to the oh my
B
god.
to the O to the URGEO. I did it. No, I did it though.
You did very well. Most of America would give up after
dude,
B.
Borg
It sounds like a good.
Is that why the Borg is
just
called the
sort of-
Borg in Star Trek?
I don't think so. I think
know,
that's Cyborg.
Yeah,
No,
you're
the
right.
Borg
You're right.
has nothing to do with the bourgeois.
Well, Borg's what? You're right. No, yeah.
bourgeoisie.
I mean, that's a good. There's a good bit in there.
Just a bunch of
Maybe that's
rich-
what my subconscious was like digging for.
just-
We gotta do this bit.
Star Trek is just mad at the Borgs because they're doing too well. They're all drinking martinis with their small dogs looking down on Star
Well, the
Trek
Borgs
people.
are literally just a hive mind.
but you can think that you will.
No.
It's like,
Think about it. Borgs are just the hive mind of like technology and socialism. Tell me what I'm doing.
It's not
Trying to
that
make
bad.
me mad. It's not gonna work. I only get
fucking
mad when I
Sir-
see people own property.
Sir fucking Ewan Patrick Scott is
What?
Sir Ewan Patrick Scott, the guy from Star Trek.
Oh yes.
Patrick Stewart.
How many people? I'm trying to think. Were you? I was.
Ewan
Yeah,
McGregor.
You were doing Ewan McGregor. Okay, yeah.
And then
There's also Scott Bakula. So that's why I was
yeah,
like, what are you
Scott I just kind of threw in there.
Okay.
And then
doing? You know
I think
Scott
they're
Bakula
both
was
knighted.
the Star Trek captain, right?
No.
You didn't? He was
When was-
Quantum Leap and Star Trek. Virgin pussy across the board.
That's not how. No. That's. I don't think that. Okay.
Quantum fuck.
Yeah.
I slid into this dimension to fuck your wife.
There must have been a really good Quantum Leap porn parody where it's like, oh no,
Quantum
I'm this
Deep,
person in this
idiot.
context.
Oh, come on. Where's the quantum beef?
Hey,
I
remember,
slide between dimensions and between thighs.
do you remember when he jumped into a person with Down syndrome, then he closed
No,
the
I
door
remember
and
that
says,
meme. I remember the meme. Yes.
Oh, I forgot they jumped into people in quantum.
He jumps into like a person's body, and then fucks their wife as them.
That's what I do. I mean, the
There
show-
was certainly one episode pitch where it's like, what if he jumps into somebody with a failing marriage?
And he fixes
he
it
has
by
to-
being so good at sex.
Scott Bakula tonight at 7 p.m.
There was another one, Sliders or something like that.
Sliders was dope.
That's at
and
White Castle.
I know, and it's also one
Fuck
where
you.
so he's
Die in a fire.
he goes from
Maybe.
dimension to dimension,
Sure.
Yeah.
trying to find his way home, and he
Nah, it was more he would be
No,
home
yeah,
all the
but-
time. He would just slide to another dimension
No,
and not be able to go back.
He
until-
couldn't go back home after he slid the first
They
time.
really ripped off Quantum Leap that hard.
It might have been no, because in Sliders he did
Is she thinking of that one SCP article?
no.
Probably is. Thank you,
In
by the way. I just want to have sex with you right now because you just reminded me that you also know what SCP is organically without
everybody
me having
shit
to-
them
I'm
in the
pretty
comments. You can
Ooh,
fucking
draw porn fan art of all of us, please.
Not me. Please excuse
No,
me.
especially him.
This will just be boring stick.
Let me have the biggest penis, please.
I would also like a large penis.
You need to understand.
I don't
If
wanna
I'm
draw
being
it, but
drawn
if I have
naked,
to.
I have the smallest penis. That's all. There is.
No, but Sliders
We don't know
was
that.
one where he hit a button and he fucking went to the next dimension. It gave him a random amount of time in that dimension, and then it automatically bumped him to the next one. But he couldn't remember how to get back home. It was always random.
Was it this that he couldn't remember?
Dude,
like you once knew and forgot.
dude.
He's
Fuck,
like,
I'm in a
I-
new dimension. I don't even know why I'm here.
I had too much
Nine
fun
eight four two three. No, 98424.
I had too much fun in the pussy dimension that I forgot. it.
All I remember
So
from
he
that show is
keeps
there's one
sliding-
dimension where men get pregnant, and that's all I remember.
There's an overarching group that can also slide dimensions and is hunting him because he's another slider, and there's one time where he goes home, but he has 7 minutes in this place, and it's like, this looks a lot like my dimension, which is what I've been looking for, and then like one thing's different, and he's like, I guess it's not, and he moved on, and then his dad comes home and he's like, oh, new couch, neat. And I think that's how the series ended. And I'm like, Jesus.
I remember the main guy for that movie is like the guy that is pretty much the byproduct of them trying to
He
clone
looks-
Brendan Fraser, but they can't.
He looks like the guy from.
Just googling this because I.
He looks like the guy from.
He looks like someone tried
fucking-
to clone Brendan Fraser.
No,
and
he
failed.
looks like the guy. This guy.
Superman?
Breakfast Club. Guy from Breakfast Club.
Judd
Judd
Nelson.
Nelson.
He does not look like Judd Nelson.
he does a little.
Yeah, I feel like you don't
He
know
looks
Judd
like
Nelson.
he's gonna be Judd Nelson. You're gonna be like,
Oh, Jerry O'Connell, the guy from Kangaroo Jack.
Thank you. I couldn't remember the other
what
weird
a
thing you did.
movie I haven't seen.
See it.
Do you agree with my assessment?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, he looks like an undercooked.
It's
Brendan
how
Fraser.
many seasons were there? 4? One? Could be one.
15.
5.
5?
5.
It's a healthy
Oh,
amount.
John Rhys Davies, who played Gimli and Salah.
Yeah.
is
Oh,
in it.
really?
Dude, I am so
Yeah, same
sad.
guy played Gimli and the Egyptian guy in Indiana Jones.
It's good at what he does.
I'm so sad that Dan Harmon doesn't exist anymore.
They say he died. I was like, okay.
What? Doesn't he?
No, he
No.
kind of fucked up because they found a bad.
He did a skit.
He did a
baby rape
pretty
joke.
good. Oh, I thought
baby
I was thinking
rape
of something different.
You're gonna be like,
he
"Don't be
flirted
pro
with
baby
some
rape."
like an employee, super weird, but then he like opened up about it and said he was sorry. And I think the woman that he did that to,
Yeah, no, they
was
were-
like that was better apology than I expected.
They're cool.
But then he
They're
also
cool with
raped
it.
a baby. You say?
No, he did a skit. It was a 5-minute skit.
He
But
didn't
it was-
actually rape a baby. Let me be so clear.
I know. I know.
No, the whole joke was that he was a baby rapist and a therapist.
Bapist.
Yeah, he was a baby rapist therapist, and then
Okay,
people found it, and they're like, "Well, he doesn't exist anymore."
I don't-
And I'm like,
I guess maybe I have to see this because I don't.
it's not. It's
I don't
not
get
as
how the
bad
jokes
as
would
anything
go.
WKUK has done. I mean, it's on par with some of the shit WKUK did.
Well, dude,
That's
yeah.
But
I
they
would have
also
to
don't
see.
have-
Like I would have to see it to know if it's funny. But
I'm
like whatever.
stunned that because Adult Swim dropped Rick and Morty, they're not picking it up again, and I'm shocked
Really.
that they were like, I don't know if they dropped him. Or
No, they didn't. They
Dan
didn't.
Harmon was like, no, it's not. There's not going to be a 5th season. Just so we're clear,
I
there's not
know.
going to be a
It
5th.
would have
I'll
gotten
confirm
bad
you
at some
said.
point.
There's not going to be a 5th. Can confirm. Look it up.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's because Adult Swim was like, get out of here, or if Dan Harmon was like, I'm fine. Fuck this.
Which
I'm
Dan
outta
Harmon
here.
is fine.
Yeah, after Community, I think.
Honestly,
he
it's
realized-
for the best Rick and
Yeah.
Morty stops where it was because it was one of those shows that pretty successfully kept being better and better, and I kind of feel like it should probably quit before it starts to. It
Well,
should break
Dan
bad.
Harmon is bad at ending,
He is very bad.
so he chose not to.
The only endings he's able to salvage are the ones he kind of has to just end up doing.
And also, I probably am going to do a baby rape skit at one point.
We have said baby rape a lot on this episode already.
And before we even started talking about this, we just
My
mentioned-
thing is, I'm
once
officially
you get $1
calling
million,
that.
they just give you a baby.
I'm officially calling that.
You can do
being
whatever
Kevin-
you want, but there's one thing you have to do.
I'm calling that being Kevin Hearted because that's officially what it is. Where it's like
Kevin
it
Hart.
was at the time, it was timely to be shocking and terrible. Well,
I'm
not
more
anymore.
mad at Kevin Hart though,
Yes,
because I'm expecting that the Dan Harmon skit had punchlines. The Kevin Hart skit was like, if I had
It's
a gay
hateful.
son, I'd beat the fuck out of him. You're like, no, that's bad to do, Kevin.
Yeah, right. His shit was like,
Kevin, no.
oh, like
It is
but-
a-
Also, you couldn't, you short bitch. Your gay son would beat the shit out of you.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, right.
Your gay thin's going to be
That's the take.
strongest weightlifter.
That'd be so.
World's strongest
Him
gay
giving
is a
birth-
great account to follow.
Kevin
Is
Hart
it-
births.
He's a powerlifter.
Okay.
He's a gay powerlifter. He's like number 6 in the world, I think, last I checked.
I was like, is that real, or are you
How often
suggesting
do you
that?
check?
World's strongest.
Are you suggesting that I
He
do
pops
that
up in
because of
feed
my
all the time.
emotional
Dude's
strength?
fucking gigantic.
He's Kevin Hart's son.
No, there's a few others.
Oh,
There's a guy who's
stand
built
up,
like.
folks. Do
you
you
know-
know that thing moving?
You know what, like a golem, a rock golem looks like?
Yeah.
There's a guy named Eddie Hall who looks like that. He looks like a fucking rock monster, and they always
But
like joke
gay.
it out. No, that's Eddie Hall. There's Eddie Hall's the straight one.
How
World's
long have we
strongest
been
gay is the
recording?
gay one. I don't know, 2 hours.
We could
No,
probably.
We could call it whenever, man.
I don't care really.
I want to go to bed, so yeah, fuck you.
I think 2 hours is pushing it for
Yeah.
a podcast.
Oh yeah.
I think we should pull a Rick and Morty and end now. I'll just take the bullet. I did a baby rape sketch.
No. Stands up on chair. I raped a baby.
Me,
Thank you,
I
boys.
want to leave.
All right, follow at the kind of on Twitter.
Follow at SenjaninT. Figure
You're
out the
so
spelling
far
if you
away
want.
from that microphone.
SenjaninT.
Ah, fuck you.
No, I mean you're far away from it for I don't know how long. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, your audio quality is gonna be meh.
We'll figure it out.
I was shouting a lot.
I'm
so.
literally an
Huh.
editor. We'll figure it out.
I'm glad I don't have to do that. At Kellen_Frank, KELLEN_FRANK BOURGEOSIE.
Oh, and then we have a link tree that's really easy. It's link.tree.
Sounds fucking easy based on the face you're
So
making.
link.tree / it's just bits. And it pops right up. And I typed in linktree.com / it's just bits.
This is supposed
and
to be
it was
simple.
like, and it
Did
was
you
like,
mean?
no, it was like no results found. And I'm like, what? the
Oh, that's weird. They should just redirect to
Yeah.
link.tree / it's just bits.
Yeah, whatever. Bye.
Link.tree / it's just bits.
Yeah, I know. It's so fucking stupid.
Night.
Kill the rich.